Welcome. We are
matching?
Table Goth, a group of tabletop. God damn it! Half of us are wearing jackets. How is this?
Shit!
I gotta
No,
do my
I
white
gotta
shirt
do
from
it.
upstairs. I got one.
I didn't want to do it.
I'm keeping all that.
I got a nice pink coat.
We're Table Goth, a group of tabletop gaming enthusiasts. And now she's pouring wine.
And jacket wearing aficionados.
We're here to play Fall of London,
What's a little London for?
which is a chronicle we have no business doing, but here we are. Session 2 of it. For those of you who don't know what's going on, you just have to watch the first one because it's confusing and they don't have no memories and there's a lot happening. And some of the things that'll be happening will be bad. So if bad things upset you, be wary of that. That's our warning. You messed up my whole thing, but we're
keeping it
carrying on.
Stuff gets intense. Take care of yourself.
Hey, keep calm. Carry on.
Hey, all right.
That's not what time we sounded like last session.
Yeah, that's what says in the front of the book
That's
that
what
we're
an
using.
appendix
So anyway.
Tommy sounds like.
Yeah, we're Table Goth. This is part 2 of Fall in London. Oi, let's go. All right, before we get started, we're going to do some introductions, and then we recap, and then we're jumping in, starting with...
I am Ms. Petty Dreadful. I will be playing Alice Mockingdale. She's a Tremere.
I am Metal Chocobos, and I'm playing Dr. Henry Banerjee, and I am a Hakata.
I'm Mandy Morose. I'm playing Lady Catherine Montague, and she's a Ventru.
I'm Bex Hebro. I'll be playing Tommy Smith, the Nosferatu.
I'm Bully, and I'll be playing London.
Oh, shit.
Last time. Our coterie woke up in a warehouse with little memory of who they were. You guys were given some kind to feed from and introduced to Darius Shirazi, a Mithras historian. You're given a letter, which you now have, one of you, explaining that you all were faithful servants of the kindred god Mithras and put to rest in case he should need you again. The letter asks you to collect items that belong to Mithras so a ritual could be performed to restore the Methuselah as he was betrayed by his own. The abhorrent Valerius, as Shirazi called him. The first item on your list was a goblet that was used to restore each of you from torpor, which I think was given, Alice grabbed. You learned over 7 years have passed. It's now 2012. You underwent the ritual to preserve yourselves in 1940. You were given a number for a driver and another number to make contact with the Court of London, so you could go to Elysium and gather your first item from Queen Anne Bowsley. Your explanations were cut short as officers stormed the warehouse, fully prepared to eliminate vampiric threats inside. You made short work of the agents who intercepted you, Lady Catherine charming them while Tommy snapped one's neck and Alice spit venomous blood in another one's mouth. You found a secret tunnel to escape into the sewers. Shirazi caught up with the coterie, and you were given rooms at the Moon Palace, a little hotel not too far from the Docklands. Catherine called the number for the London court, spoke with Lady Scarlet Churchill, who's apparently an old rival and somewhat friend. They were given instructions to attend Elysium at the impressive skyscraper The Shard, and to bring a gift. Police officers were suggested as a worthy prize. The coterie went shopping to look acceptable for Elysium, only to discover inflation had severely impacted the worth of a pound, but they still managed to acquire respectable outfits and even a couple of officers, one of which seemed aware of kindred. They were introduced to Elysium and began to mingle with the guests. Tommy helped a Banu Hakim named Adisa resist a frenzy and received her contact information and a boon for his trouble. He also learned a bit about some of the names on their list, learning Sri Sansa could be found at the Sub Spice in Southall. I believe you learned a little about Richard de Ward, that he was strangely absent from Elysium, though he claims London Underground is his domain. And Gwenllian Arwen has been missing since her potential inclusion on something called the Red List. Dr. Henry made a contact to the hospital. Catherine expertly resolved a domain dispute between a Nosferatu and Ventru, the Nosferatu Caleb, offering his information should she need him. The kindred experienced some strange memories along the way, such as Tommy fighting in the trenches of World War I, Catherine's stirring feelings for a woman named Angelique, and trying to rescue her from the rubble of a building. Alice serving as some sort of high priestess for Mithras, and Dr. Henry's fascination with the workings of the body. They were finally introduced to Queen Anne when they all shifted into some sort of flashback, this one with a man named Valerius in Victorian London. They were led into a seemingly empty and lavish manor home to be introduced to Lady Anne, the one Mithras had given Valerius permission to embrace. She curtsied in her sumptuous ball gown before regrettably informing the group that there was a problem. That is where we'll be picking things up.
Well. What's the problem? What's the problem?
Talking to me.
Nope.
Sweet.
Just the collective.
All right. There we go. So before you all bows Lady Anne Bowsley, mature, graceful, and the epitome of regality. You each somehow know or remember that she has impressed Clan Ventru, and even Prince Mithras, by playing a vital role in the plan to put William of Orange on the English throne in the very near future. These expertly executed series of schemes are what moved Valerius to petition Mithras to allow for her embrace, and why he was granted permission. Yet her last words spoke of a problem this evening. She rises from her curtsy, she goes, "A problem has arisen that a mere mortal such as myself is hardly qualified to resolve. It seems other esteemed kindred have arrived this same evening and also claim the right to embrace. While I would be honored to make a choice, it does fall from my station to do so. I will appropriately leave the decision up to my immortal betters to decide amongst themselves." She sort of offers a sad smile upon delivering this news. If you'd follow me. If anyone would like, they can make a wits insight check on her.
Do we have any hunger? Just what we have.
Whatever you had.
Okay.
One success, one bestial failure.
Whew.
5 successes.
2, 3, 4, 5. Messy.
I didn't roll.
He didn't want to.
Tommy don't give a fuck.
Is Tommy there?
We're all here.
All four of you are there. You arrive with Valerius, man with very long hair, also dressed regally.
I was just trying to figure out because he wouldn't have necessarily been there at that time.
What year is it?
Is this a memory? Say Victorian London?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it is strange.
Okay.
Not all of you probably would have been here, yet here you all are.
Okay.
You got a bestial failure and 1 success. Give me a resolve plus composure.
Ooh. This is not Elijah.
Who's his?
You are insulted and immediately annoyed. A little bit confused, but mostly just you do not have the patience for this. As you hear a growl come from within Henry, you see his fangs start to extend as he just stares at this mortal that you assume is playing games with you, and that's unacceptable. You got a messy critical. You know, both of you know, see, both of these look pretty pissed. Henry more so. Alice, you're angry, but that's because you're almost positive that obviously she has set this up. This isn't some kindred issue. This is something that she managed to pull some strings to get other kindred here to essentially fight for the right to embrace her, which isn't how it's done. You pick up on the same thing, though you keep your wits about you doing so. These two immediately betray that they're onto her.
I'm not here to be toyed with mortals.
With this, yeah, she just looks, she sort of narrows her gaze at the two of them, taking a cautionary couple steps back. Valerius just isn't helping our cause.
Although this is not how things are typically done, let us keep our decorum about us and see where the night takes us. Lady Anne,
Make
see
it
us through.
quick.
Of course. Follow me. She turns and starts leading you to a parlor. On the way, Valerius sort of holds you back for a moment. And, Mithras has granted permission. She would be invaluable to our cult. We must convince the others to withdraw. Keep our wits about. Making our clan look bad. And he straightens his jacket and he takes the lead of your group, following Lady Anne. She leads you to a parlor lounge. On the way, she will tell you, I assure you, all the servants have been dismissed for the evening. I am the only mortal on the premises, so no need to worry about the masquerade while resolving your issues. And with that, she opens a door to the parlor where you see three other kindred. See a woman of Persian descent, dressed in plain, middle-class clothing, an obviously annoyed expression on her face. And introduces her as, this is Nafiza El Niazi. The woman just, which is very strange. She more of half bows than anything. This gentleman, and you see a very charming and handsome Spanish man, dressed in a regal captain's uniform. This is Captain Jonas Cardoza. And he seems quite the opposite in the way. He seems extremely amused and happy to be here. He gives a deep bow to all of you. And then we have Lady Elizabeth Moorhampton. And you see a woman who seems more appropriate for the part. A younger, dressed in exquisite fashion of the time. Quite beautiful herself, as she gives a very polite courtesy. The captain is the first to speak up. We have been here for some time, and my friends would love to do introductions and whatnot, but I'm afraid I've grown quite impatient and quite eager to see where the night takes us. Obviously, all of us wish to embrace such a promising specimen, and I've been thinking about it, and it seems only fair that some sort of trial should determine the one with the right to embrace. As he pats the sword scabbard at his side. The other two kindred sort of look at you, look at each other. They don't seem quite in agreement with this. Clearly this is something they did not discuss before. This is his idea. Nafisa would go, if we are proving ourselves, and it is a challenge of mental superiority, be better. And you see the woman in the dress, and artistic merits really should warrant embracing, right? I mean, anyone with enough time can learn some facts, wave a sword around. Art, that's in the blood, my dear. And she looks to Anne, and that's something only our clan can give you. Valerius is just sort of looking down for a moment, glances around at the rest of you. I'm confident Ventrue could succeed in all three. Couldn't we? And though you know instinctively, I mean, you're not claiming Ventru, but you're maybe you are. There's like a confusion, but you definitely feel Ventru when he says "we." You're definitely part of that. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but also it's for some reason not that confusing to you. You just sort of accept it.
Right, I could shove that sword up his arse.
That's only one thing we could do.
The women in the room just sort of look wide-eyed at you, and the captain just, oh, this one I like. I knew I was eager for some fun.
Forgive me, but I think I may have missed something. When did this celebration of Lady Anne's success turn into some medieval match for her hand? When did this come about?
The captain sighs, and so does Lady Anne. Although she looks confused at him as they like sigh at the same time, so look at each other. I'm sorry. I thought this would be fun, and I forgot. You are Ventru. Known cowards. I'm sorry, Lady Anne. You've accidentally invited this clan to this evening. She says it's not like that. It's word got out. I'm not sure how this happened exactly.
Oh, loose lips are never welcome in kindred society, I'm afraid. There will have to be consequences for that, I'm sure. But, as we are already all here.
Yes, let's just make the best of it, shan't we? Valyria says, yes, we should. It's still important that do what we came here to do. And now, Lady Elizabeth says, hey, let's start with something a little more civil then, shall we? Do you have anywhere to entertain? Lady Elizabeth says, yes, if you all follow me to the music room. And she leads a procession to just that. Not too far from the parlor is a music room with a piano, some other instruments set up. Just a nice, like, entertaining room with all sorts of instruments and things. Elizabeth says, if you don't mind, I will set the bar, shall I? And she sits at the piano, and everyone takes sort of a seat at different places. Captain is sort of lounging, one foot up on one chair. The rest sit more politely and attentively to listen to whatever Lady Elizabeth is about to play. And she does a fairly good job. You can tell it's those of you who know piano, which you've probably heard many performers. Technically, it's not the best you've heard. But she has there's something natural about it. She gives a little something else. There's a passion in it that, like she said, it's kind of hard to replicate from just learning it. She plays a very lovely tune. The Queen Lady Anne seems to immensely enjoy. She finishes it and looks over and smiles at Lady Anne. She gets up and applauses. The others do as well. She looks, and Nefisa stands up. I'm not trained in an instrument, but perhaps let me recite something that I've always felt quite moving. And Nefisa recites a poem in Persian, which I'm not sure. None of you might know it, but it seems very familiar to you. There's something about Persian is impressive, or maybe a little comforting to you. You're not sure why. Someone important this reminds you of. Yeah, it does a very good job. Lady Anne seems to understand it. You actually see her, she brought to tears a little bit. Not sobbing by any means, but you see her tear up a bit. Valerius, you can even see, who seems to understand the language, is quite moved by what this woman says. She has a good cadence about it, and she's not really playing it up to Lady Anne like Elizabeth did. She's more just speaking, or it's almost everyone else in the room disappears. She loses herself in these words. And comes out of it, seems almost a little embarrassed at the end, and then just quiet down, sits. Lady and looks over to your group. Valerius just sort of looks around. Any of you capable of
I believe our clan usually speaks for itself, does it not, Valerius?
Yes, I feel you are perhaps best suited for something like this. Surely you must have picked something up.
Ladies' maids must have taught you how to play a piano, right?
I was more of a warrior.
That's an instrument.
I thought you were gonna make like a crass joke. I mean,
Oh, come on.
I don't know. My character.
Do you have dots in performance or not?
I have 2.
That's more than me.
That's more than all of us.
There's 2 more than me.
What are you going to do?
Can I look around the room and see if anything strikes me, like strikes a memory kind of thing?
You tell me, does anything strike a memory? Does anything seem familiar to you?
I feel like you're teasing me.
There's a xylophone in the corner.
There's a triangle, and you remember.
Badass drum kit.
You got perfect rhythm.
It's an electric drum kit, which is really off-putting.
But you don't think about it too much.
didgeridoo.
Is there a harp? I don't know.
I was thinking that.
There is.
Okay.
There's a nice, it
Where
seems
going?
maybe a decorative harpsichord, but I mean also one that can be played.
I mean, I'm just swinging here, so we'll try that.
Hey, that sounds like that sounds like
okay.
Jordan. Swinging.
She's not playing Jordan.
So I'm concerned.
Can I rouse to do better at this? Is that something I can do? Okay.
Yeah.
Surge, right?
Alright, you step up. The beast's stirring a little bit. You seem a bit nervous, apparently. And then you sit yourself at the harp, begin tuning it a bit.
If I tried to activate awe, would that piss people off because they're kindred?
What would
Or
Lady
would that-
Catherine do?
Well, yeah, with Lady.
She would use awe,
Then use all.
Yeah.
and that's like a skill that I would be able to like show off, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, so you, sitting there, shaking off the nerves, you activate all, drawing the attention to yourself and your performance.
So that's a discipline, so I can add another die.
So this will be a charisma performance, and since you're using all, you may add your presence rating. Since it's charisma based.
Oh, Jesus.
So one die,
That's so much.
my presence.
It'll take you an hour to step
Isn't
up to
it
do
3?
this.
It's 3 for your presence, isn't it? Is it 1 per die?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 3
So
dice
3,
based on your presence.
And then
Charisma performance.
charisma and performance?
Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
That's why whenever Evelyn does a charisma roll, you hear like a.
I never knew you could play harp so good.
See how the roll comes.
Oh no.
It's not very good.
Well, it's okay. Just do a willpower.
It's only 5.
I really want more though.
Yeah, do a
Win
willpower.
them over. We
Blow
can't
these
play harp.
bitches out of the water.
It's like, oh, I don't know. Can I do any of this? Can I?
Can I play this? Is this right? Does it sound
shred it.
Playing with your toes.
You're playing backwards behind
Reciting
your head.
Homer's Odyssey.
Can I do this?
Alright.
She sings like a little.
Fucking
Oh,
dicks.
no.
Okay, 5.
5. Your performance just inches out Ephesus. As, everyone is just in awe of you. Just completely enwrapped in what you're doing. And just sort of breathing, feeling the attention on yourself. A bit like Nafisa, you also lose yourself in a little bit too. As you get into the song, it becomes less of a public spectacle performance, It's more of you playing for just one person. There's something a bit familiar about that. It's you in the cozy music room playing for a beautiful woman who you care very much about. And you keep it together a little bit, finish the song as the room fades back in. All these strangers instead. And Han's the first to rise and give an applause. Even the captain is nodding and
Ladies' maids, I'll give you something.
Jeez, thank you. That was beautiful. Captain says, "There's something to follow, but I believe I can do it." And he goes and looks out a window at the night sky and looks back in the room. And he goes, "Oh!" And he begins singing a sea shanty, a very inappropriate body sea shanty. That
I clap along because I'm an urchin. I love this.
And cuts off almost immediately. He gets a good laugh out of her embarrassment. She's the only mortal here, very much blushing. Elizabeth seems like she would if she could. Well, quite obviously, I would say this round goes to the Ventrue. Hilarious, just looks quite proud of himself. Jonas nods at him. And Nafisa says, "Perhaps the library next." Lady Ang was very well. The test of intellect there. Captain goes, "If you want to stay in here, that's fine. Get your sword on ready. I'll give up on this one." So they lead their way into the
Intelligence?
Is this guy?
library.
Yeah, 14.
Unless it's a cult.
Yeah, also
And looks at collections. I know. I will have the latest in the encyclopedia. Be open to a page, find some fact to ask about, and we'll see who knows what.
I love quiz games.
And
Act like you've been here before.
I want to sit. Are we like all of? I want to stand kind of by the captain.
sure.
I like this song.
The first one is going to be about sort of history, academics of the London specifically. So, would you give me an
Everybody?
intelligence plus academics? Whoever's doing this for your coterie.
I have 4 intelligence and 3 academics.
Let me handle it. I have 2.
My boy.
Not this one. If there's a cult or something, I'm good, but not academics.
Lady Kate.
I'm for intelligence, but not academics. So you're good to go.
1, 2, 3. I'm not down a will. Why not? 4.
Nafisa, you tell, was thanks. She gets the answer, but right before she says it, you knew it before, and you go ahead and give the answer to historical questions. Very well. And from a foreigner about their own history. Impressive. Let's see what else. And she sort of thumbs through and opens to another page. This one will be science.
I'm assuming that's you also.
Yeah.
Intelligent science.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This is the opposite. Fisa answers just before you. You know the answer. You're feeling good about yourself, though, so you
I'm a doctor.
get ready to say it, but Nafisa, being a little quicker now, knowing she has to blurt it out,
Mitochondria.
gives that
The
answer
was
about
mitochondria.
Powerhouse of the cell.
this was a question about alchemy. Actually, a pretty tough one. You're surprised she knew it.
Interesting.
Next
challenge.
one will be occult.
You get more than 6? Yeah.
7.
Hell yeah.
And now we look at 7. I'll use a will. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You and Elizabeth actually enter the exact same time. It was a question about sort of like pagan mysticism stuff, right up your alley, and it was Elizabeth answers it, like literally say the same time, looks at you, and then she seems a bit embarrassed that she knew that, and then sort of
Why
goes
you
back to her.
smile like this?
Doesn't look at you. Then we will have medicine.
The doctor.
You guys want to talk about finances? I'm right here. Whenever you need me.
What about animal kin?
Not a
I got that.
Only knowledge you need is of guns.
Just shoot the book.
Does it have to do with anesthetics? Because I'm
You want odds or evens?
never told me the odds.
So you want
Roll-
evens?
roll on your
I want
tens.
evens.
It was
so no, it
odds.
is not.
Okay.
I always go odds. I don't know why.
Me too.
I will rouse
I like
a little
that.
blood surge. Hungry.
Yeah, motherfucker. You get hungry in a flashback?
I'm not.
Oh my god.
You call yourself a doctor?
I do.
You should have gone odds.
4.
Oh, that will.
Do it.
I only have 1 will left. And I
Oh,
shall do
but then
it.
you're gonna get a penalty to all your
You'll
mind
be
rolls
impaired
next.
to
So
mental rolls.
Well, I'll take my odds.
Or don't
4.
be a coward.
Or evens.
Yeah, I rolled off. I rolled 1. So lucky you.
Goddamn.
Yes. With that, sort of flips in the book. I believe the venture have it again then. And yeah, Valerius looks quite pleased with all of you and nods.
Quite bored.
And his captain is like,
Grace.
all right,
Grace.
well,
My name's not Grace.
granted you have the 2 out of 3, but sure you're still up for a little swordplay?
is he coming on to
Get
him?
on with it.
Just for the hell of it then.
Is that a euphemism?
The other 2 just sort of look. I mean, it seems the adventurer have already. And he draws a sword. And says, "Hey, room for this? To the room then!" And he just walks out the door. So you really don't have to. I mean, it seems your clan has it.
Alright. Let's fuck off then.
Valerius will look at you. I would very much enjoy if you taught him a lesson.
Whatever goes.
It's up to you.
Let's do this.
Grab
And
your
the
arm with
Sombra
the sword.
has poked at our clan for long enough.
I grab the arm with the sword, bite my tongue, and I coat that sword a good amount of poison.
That's fucked up.
We don't play
So are you
dirty.
rubbing blood on his sword? If Valerius sees you do, they
Maybe like, no?
This is, no,
Oh, you said
not-
teach him a lesson.
not his fairness.
Barbaric. For you, an academic.
No, I don't know what gave you that
Uh,
impression.
I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, the queen looks and she leaves, and he just says, "Just be discreet about it." And he leaves
Oh,
as
okay.
well. If you want to give me a
What is that
give me
sword
a
red?
subterfuge or stealth and dex.
We'll huddle around. Nothing to see.
Oh, my skirt's really wide.
I'll use a will. I will not count that because I did not roll it on purpose, and I'm a good person.
But you're a kindred.
Should have counted it though. It's 1. So it
Okay.
does not look good.
So
for
yeah,
us.
she tries to just get a little bit of the blade. There's a clear, just weird, viscous blood coating on her blade. And you get into sort of a sports room, an open room, where she's found there's no other swords on the wall. And then, she looks and yeah, you have a disgusting blade. And she says, "Perhaps you can borrow one of mine." And retrieves a different one for you. I'm sorry. Valerius just sort of looks at you and takes it, shoves it to you.
I'll wipe it off.
It burns.
Okay. And with this, he does a
trying.
couple flourishes and one arm behind his back. All right, Ugly. Let's see what you can do.
I would imagine I would if I had like a pick of swords, I'd pick like a big fucking bastard sword, just like something I'm just gonna
Language.
throw at him. You know, like just
Okay,
eat
yeah,
him.
she brought you like a fencing sword, and this other seems like it's for display. It's not really, but you walk up and take. Oh, that one's a bit okay. And it's heavy, but you're wielding it just fine.
Fucking Cloud Strife,
That's what I was thinking.
And the captain just his huge smile on his face. He goes, "I like you." All right, let's get to this then. Let's go ahead, and this will be a strength melee. Are you using anything?
Yeah, I use stuff.
Cool. That's all we need to know.
Yeah, love that.
Got it.
Just roll the dice, dude. We
Yep,
trust you.
rouse check for prowess. Good.
Okay.
And then so that's an extra dice.
I was drinking these. Not these, but. It is good.
Pretty refreshing.
I want a flavor.
Prowess doesn't give me any extra dice roll. It just gives me damage. Okay. Okay. And then I'll do a blood surge as well.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Okay. So, let's use a willpower. Whew, that was bad. One success.
Good God.
So after that, you take 2 superficial damage as you go for a haymaker with this thing, and he looks, he's quick, and he easily steps aside, getting inside your guard and just giving you a nice cut right up the side and under the arm with his blade as he spins out of it and is ready again. You can still switch out for a lighter sword if you wish, something you can swing a bit quicker, as he does his very fast.
I'll just kind of grunt through it.
Good man. And he goes in again.
I'll rouse again. Get hungrier.
You getting hungry in a fucking dream?
Yeah.
In a memory?
Good, dude.
I would never.
I would. And I did.
4. That's much better. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
5. That
Damn.
is a tie.
I get more
goes to-
damage based on prowess.
Um,
Half my potence.
okay, so what would you get half your potence with that one?
1. An extra
Okay.
1.
You lock, but you're a heavier and you're stronger, and you go down, and you come in, and it just cuts into his shoulder a little bit. Nothing bad. It's like a slow push into it, and he goes, "I say, well, you chose that. Let's do it again."
I forgot to say rousing. Here, get hungrier again.
So you need.
That's a cute.
I rolled the same number.
Cucumber
Last-
and grapefruit.
Oh, I need
was gonna say,
Yeah,
hungry.
you do a
Cucumber.
hunger because.
Fuck, I'll
tasty.
screw it up.
Sorry.
Use a willpower. Okay. 6.
6. Okay. This one, he goes in quick again, but you kind of predict it. And instead of going for a big swing, you let him come to you, getting the sword ready. So you have to do less of a swing with it, and you do more of a stab when he comes in, and you get him deep. A little blood comes out of his mouth with that. And he looks like he's not having as much fun. He smiles again, but it's sort of an angry smile. So he pulls the blade out of himself and, all right, and he starts swinging again, and he sort of paces a little bit, bouncing, sort of amping himself up. His fangs now fully bared.
Tomei.
You 3, give me a wits alertness. or wits awareness.
Three successes.
3 successes.
One beast.
One beast.
No.
Not like this.
You two can see as he's circling a little bit, and Tommy's shifting to face him. His shadow is just a little out of step with him. Tommy's is. You see it start to shift a little bit as it's about to rise, and it starts to rise up, and Tommy does not seem aware of it.
I'll yell out.
Behind you.
Beware the shadow.
Behind you.
Okay, so with a kind of warning, you won't have as much of a negative to this. Yeah, give me another one.
Can I try to like grab a hold of him when he comes to me instead of stab him?
Grapple.
Yeah.
Go for it.
That's a much
The
better
shadow.
This is a gentleman's sword fight, but if you're gonna be a ruffian,
Well, if he's gonna
Oh, yeah.
make a shadow come alive to
Oh, yeah.
fight him, then
go
Let's
for
be
it.
a ruffian.
Also, I want to be that clan now.
For
sound
a
combat?
ruffian?
Shadow.
I-
Sword
yeah.
fighting, yeah. I want to do that. That's what I want to be.
why'd you just like mumble nothing?
Me or her?
Zach heard me.
All right, never mind. Sorry, it's just me.
Just roll these or
What?
want to rouse again.
It is the rum shot.
I've been doing bad on my
That and the
rouse.
migraine.
This.
I can
Alright.
see spots.
C-spot road.
Sentence structures.
I'm an academic. I'm somewhat of an academic.
That was what education was like back in the day. Come here.
I'm gonna use
Yeah.
another will.
Of course you can. Not bad.
Okay. That is 6.
6.
Okay. So keep an eye on him as being a little craft. He just glares over at those two as they warn you. But with that, yeah, your shadow rises up a little bit, which you step out of the way. But it's in sync with him rushing in, going for just this wide swing. But you just essentially dropping the sword, stepping into the cut. What do you want to do? You grapple. You
I want to
definitely succeed.
get a hold of his sword hand and kind of like spin around him. And just kind of like position myself to shove his sword up his arse.
Okay.
His ass or arse? Because he went.
Yeah, his arse.
Yeah, the sword
Okay.
goes, yeah. You catch him, just easily
Arse.
overpowering. You
Arse.
spin him towards the shadow starts coming up. It stops right before it hits him. And then, yeah, you just twist his arm, the sword's pointing at himself. And he's just... And, yeah, with this, the others just sort of applauding. He just lets go of the sword and lets it drop on the ground.
King of the callback.
I just kind of shove him off.
Good show. Good show, my friends. And have a good evening. And he just walks out. Yeah, the other two on the feast is like, I'm actually quite glad I stayed for that. But congratulations. And yeah, the other two go. Lady Elizabeth, curtsying again, giving you a nervous look and making her way out.
I would try to stop Nafisa if I could. And
Yes.
your performance was stirring, and I deeply appreciated it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Clan's not known for, well, we're a clan of poets and warriors, so I'm glad I could make good on the part people too often forget.
I believe you did.
Sure. How do you go?
Oh, I would, while she does that and has her thing, I would kind of take a step after Lady Elizabeth as she walks by me, ignoring her. Just, if you have anything you'd like to talk about, let me know. But I say it in a British accent because I forgot.
She's a spy. Killer.
A revolutionary.
Oh, thank you. Just goes. This lady looks. I am quite pleased with the performances. Sorry about all of that. But let's just say I was certainly rooting for you. She looks at Valerius, who takes her hand and says, I'm sure you were. And he kisses her hand. Now, No more ceremony, shall we? She undoes the top of her dress a little bit, exposing her neck. As we shall. And his fangs pop out. And he bites into her. All of you can taste the blood in your mouth, though.
How much hunger did we lose?
As you close your eyes, you drink deeply, and you all actually do lose one hunger.
Shit.
Assuming you
I
have
can't
more than one.
do that. Unless I did. Do I kill her?
No.
That
When
was
you
my
open your-
plan, honestly.
When you open your eyes again, everything is different. Lady Anne is kneeling before this glowing godlike kindred, Mithras, in the Mithraeum, this large circular chamber, a holy place of great power and importance that you just instantly feel reverence towards. And you see the mighty Mithras, Persian soldier, Roman conqueror, kindred god. Lady Anne keeps her eyes downcast. She recites an oath of obedience. Mithras hands her like a seal from Oxyrus. Dearest Anne, you have proven yourself worthy of my attention and my trust. As he hands it to her, she takes in both hands. Everyone give me a composure and resolve.
God damn it. One success.
We'll do.
What the
Will.
4.
I was rolling so
Four
good
Hey,
in that session.
Can I re-roll?
Why?
Just cause? I mean, you just gotta ask.
Aww.
We haven't been asking.
Meh. 2 and a beast. Well, I only had a beast before.
Well, if you.
Never mind.
The rest of you get?
Sorry to be interrupted.
4.
One.
Fear?
Okay.
Is that how would you say it? Fear?
German?
Takes you two a moment to sort of gather yourselves. You two instantly sort of shake out of whatever weird effect and are aware of your surroundings again. You feel the blood stirring in your head. Sort of this patchwork of memories can't quite be stitched together, but you two know there's more important matters at hand. You need the seal from Lady, and now Queen, and Bowsley. And you're back on this sort of elevated glass platform, where the stairs go up to this platform, then rise to the rest. You're back in Elysium, back in the Shard. And you're not alone. Lady Scarlet has brought you here with some other kindred that she was speaking to. This is a familiar face. You see Captain Jonas Cardoza, dressed in a much more modern attire, but still quite dashing. I mean, he looks at you, but he doesn't seem to have the slightest bit of familiarity. Not like Queen Anne. He tries to hide it, but at her first glance seems to know who all of you are. Her powerful gaze lingers on each of you individually for just a moment before returning to a more normal facade. She turns to a sharply dressed woman with a shock of red hair and thick blue glasses. If you'll excuse me, Miss Thorne, I must make a private moment with my guests. You see a twinge of annoyance play at the redhead woman's smile. Of course, Queen. The West End awaits, and I do hope to see you there soon. Queen just nods, of course. No. Redheaded woman turns to leave, and she turns away from the people she was speaking to, and looks at the four of you. Scarlet, is the room occupied? No, right this way. And so from the sort of center platform, she leads you off to the side.
Does Jonas come?
No, just you four.
I hum his song as we go by.
Yeah, you see his turn, he's talking, just whips around and just is sort of staring after him. You look back at him. He just has such confusion on his face, but then a big smile. Still not really a familiar smile, just like, that's weird, but that's cool.
I love that song.
Yeah, he makes a note of you, you can tell. He remembers your face. So you're led off to the side, a level above where earlier Tommy had helped Adisa feed and resist her frenzy. You're taken to a private room, another door deeper. The room's dimly lit, very comfortable. There's a lot of places to sit, but she doesn't take any of them, instead choosing to stand before you. There's a large desk dominating the center of this room. Really impressive large art pieces along the far wall. There's 8 what you assume to be ghouls, similar to the guards downstairs, in nice suits, all standing at attention around the room. You have my attention. I suggest you do not waste it. The gifts, Scarlet. Scarlet smiles, of course, and she says something into. She has that sort of leather folder that seems to have like a tablet or something in it. And she speaks into. A moment later, the 2 officers are brought in. They look completely just sort of dumbfounded, like something's wrong with their minds. They sort of just are herded in like cattle. Oh, so you were the ones who brought them. Impressive. Thank you, Scarlet. If the ghouls could step out for a moment. Of course. And she looks, and the ghouls follow her out of the door. So, what can I do for you?
Well,
Are you telling me what?
Shit. Abort. Wrong person.
we have recently been woken, and we are coming to you for a little bit of help. Does my name mean anything to you?
I know who you are, heralds.
Well, that makes this a little bit easier.
Maybe. The difficult part of this is that the one you unfortunately put to slumber for is no longer among the undead. Unfortunately, he's met his final death. Which is why I'm quite confused and curious. So what you're all suddenly doing here?
Well, it seems that it is time to rewrite our kindred history, to right wrongs and raise fallen, and to see our beloved Mythos again. And we need your help to do that.
Ever the loyal heralds, aren't you? What sort of help do you need? I'm not sure I have the ability to undo the final death.
To be honest, all the details are a little unclear to me as well, much like my past. Still remembering some of those things, but I believe...
Oh, really? You don't remember...
I remember some things.
Is this the case for all of you?
Bits and pieces. Love.
Curious indeed.
It's amazing, though, how the memories come flashing back all of a sudden. It's really quite exhilarating. Remembering who people are in an instance.
So I'm sure you'll remember we're on quite reasonable terms. So, again, how can I help?
Well, as you say, we are looking for a seal.
Oh. Yes. May I ask what for?
You're just kind of collecting things together in order to get this thing going, right?
I've forgot it. If we gather all of them, we can reborn.
Someone has a letter.
Yeah. She's gonna keep it then.
You guys speak up? Oh, she hasn't read it a while.
No, it's been a minute.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's why.
Yeah, it's
It's-
like Harry Potter, right?
They have.
Okay.
How do you speak
Horcruxes.
British?
Well, you speak British.
Harry Potter.
Peaky fuck.
There you go. Now she's back.
We need
British,
the
innit?
seal. And we need the seal because it has spiritual significance, and as you've pointed out, we are quite loyal to Mithras. So we have an interest in getting it back.
I see. Just the seal? Is there more to this? Any details you wish to share?
Right. Plenty more. Mithras gave you the seal, right?
He did. It's entrusted to me.
He entrusted other things to other people. Let's leave it at that.
All right. Of course. You understand I cannot give the seal to just anyone. A lot's happened since the prince fell. Loyalties have shifted. And it's pertinent that we all prove ourselves to our internal prince once again. Perhaps we can ease his second coming by helping each other out. I regret to inform you that my own sire
You
and
killed him,
current
yeah?
seneschal, yes. You know this how?
Told you, we remember things.
We've been briefed.
Remember, you would have not been.
No, we've been briefed. We didn't just wake up and waltz in here. We
Briefed by.
Right. Are you under the impression no one's still following Mithras?
I'm sorry?
Nobody's following Mithras anymore?
There are historians.
Yeah, I mean, and he's dead. At least I thought so. If there's a way to bring him back, we should do everything we can to do so. And if it involves a steal, then I can help you with that. But I don't think Mithras would be too happy to return and find his betrayer still alive and very much well. So perhaps we can help each other out here. Especially if you go around so brazenly speak that name, you're going to attract quite a bit of attention. We don't want that attention from Valerius. If he was bold enough to destroy, or I suppose attempt to destroy Mithras himself, he would surely do the same to each and every one of you. The years have made dear Valerius quite paranoid. Though the sweet man is still naive after all of that. So we may have quite an opportunity on our hands this very evening. He's arranged to leave the city. He's not here to Elysium for that very reason. He thought with everything going on here, it might be a good time to get away. And I, as prince of the city, I'll have arranged for that. He still trusts me, as he should. So perhaps there's an opportunity. He is waiting for a retinue of trusted kindred to pick him up, take him to a secondary location, and from there take him to an airport. Perhaps you lot can be that trusted kindred escort.
He won't recognize us.
I'm sure he will, so you might want to do something about that. But he certainly won't be looking for you. Like I said, if you show up, say you're James's men. I don't know what that means. I don't know, you're on the up and up. And you should get in a car with you and go wherever you need to take him. Be warned, he does have 2 ghoul bodyguards with him. But they shouldn't be as much an issue as him. Valerius is quite old, you understand. I understand you are the heralds of the sun. Impressive in your own right, but he's an elder, and he will destroy you easily in a fair fight. So do everything you can to make it as unfair as possible. I'll do what I can to help. Scarlet! And you seem to have been right at the door, so the door immediately opens. Scarlet steps in. Yes, Mom? I think they're gonna help us, this evening needs to be Valerius's last. Give them everything they need. Oh, Certainly, Mom. And, let's do it by this evening. Do this. Bring some sort of proof. Here's a ring, signet ring. Bring it back to me. And then I'll, see about getting you that seal. And by the end of the night, you'll have what you want. And a great favor would have been done for our eternal prince. Does that sound manageable? Go about it in whatever way you choose. Just be careful. Don't make too much of a mess. The police have been a bit thorny lately.
One of your presents is a part of that, I believe. If there's anything left of his brain, you might be able to pick it a little bit.
Excellent. I will spend my time with this one while you do what you need to do.
Right. And the seal?
Right. You
Give it to
destroy
us after.
Valerius, and I'll give you the seal.
I mean, no reason not to give it to us now.
If Valerius destroys you, then he'll have the seal. So yes.
She's got a point. Can't let that bastard have the seal.
Why wait until now to destroy him?
I just learned that Mithras is still alive.
But you knew that he murdered Mithras.
And what was done was done. What was I to do about it? I didn't have a way of bringing him back, and he was much stronger than I was. This was before I was queen, you understand?
Can I do a wits insight? On
Yeah.
that?
Good. If anyone else wants to, they can.
Yeah.
So what specifically are you trying to glean?
That she
Played no part in it.
played no part. I'm more her loyalty to Mithras. She says, "I didn't know he was still alive. Otherwise."
Okay, so
I
you want to
would've
see
done
if she's
something."
still actually loyal to Mithras?
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I want to see if she's playing. If she's like playing us with our memories, using that against us.
This is some sort of trap for you.
Yeah.
I was kind of wondering about her actual motivations. That's why I was trying to figure out
Yeah.
if I can like insight her motivations for us doing this.
Maybe. It'd be a little harder because it's more of a vague, if it's not a
Yeah.
specific thing you're trying to determine one way or another. But you can try to get a feel for her motivations.
Okay.
3. Give her.
She could roll bad.
Yeah, you're just gonna be harder, so
Yeah.
probably
I only
should.
have one left. And we're not gonna get to rest before we do this.
Yeah, that's why I used my last one.
Flashbacks.
Sword
Very-
fights.
Very long night.
She could have rolled much
Most of the
better.
last episode and
Um,
a good chunk of this one.
What'd you get? So threes. Threes would tell you that you do not feel that this is a trap.
good.
There's a lot to risk by saying these things, and you're in her Elysium. If she wanted to harm you, it'd be very easy for her to
True.
do so.
I'm a dunce.
You're getting a feeling. You're not sure if it's that this is kind of a weird thing that she's suddenly learning, but she doesn't seem to hold any ill will towards Mithras.
Okay.
It's not necessarily the super devout thing. I mean, she's obviously done very well for herself.
She seems more like she's climbing, and if Mithras is back, she wants to keep climbing. Is
And
kind
not
of the vibe
necessarily,
now.
but also with Mithras, there could be that climb. So it seems
That's-
like
yeah, that's what I
it seems like more she's just adjusting to a new possibility rather than she doesn't seem really against Mithras, which is sort of this. Yeah, you're seeing her sort of weighing like this will change her life quite a bit, but not necessarily for the worse. You tell. I mean, she's still. Well, she calls him internal prince. She calls him these things. She's not saying it sarcastically. You can tell it's natural for her to use these titles of reverence for him.
Would change her position as prince though.
All right.
Okay, I guess this
So
is
yes,
what needs
go
to
with
be done.
Scarlet. Be back before Elysium's over, and we'll have time to retrieve the seal.
Very well.
Be careful.
Thank you, Queen.
And, she'll exit the room. Scarlet will go and reach under the desk and hit a button, and you hear something shift. And she goes over to the back wall and swings open a panel with one of the big paintings. And you can see an elevator door at the other side, some sort of secret lift in this room. She
I've never seen it.
hits a button, and all right, she's in her folder. All of you can just cram, and the elevator be completely full. It's not a very large one with you 5 in it.
Tommy, you want to take the next one?
Valerius, as you know, he's an elder. Ventru. Once he knows he's in danger, he will be extremely difficult to destroy. The elements of surprise is important to him. It's very resistant to mind-affecting powers, while having powerful disciplines of his own right in that regard. Let's see, did she tell you he does have 2 guards?
Yes.
They're well-trained, but I mean, they are kind. You should be able to handle them. Well, ghouls, I should say. A bit tougher than your average mortal. She pulls out, and the lift reaches the bottom and opens up. Seems to be in a parking lot. This card, and she puts it next to the elevator, and you see a little light go from red to green. And this is your key to use this elevator to get directly back into Elysium. She'll hand it to Lady Catherine. This one. She'll produce some keys and give them to who drives.
We'll never drive.
Did you drive?
If you knew how to drive before, the cars aren't that different now. Just mind the road.
You think I could afford a fucking car?
I mean, you don't need a dot and
I'll
drive to
take it.
drive. Just
I point
drive.
at him about affording to drive.
I mean,
I'll drive for you.
You probably
don't
had
worry.
a driver.
can't say
Oh,
couldn't.
don't worry.
All right, this will be
I'll
yours.
Does everybody have a car
These-
back then?
she points to a black SUV. This is the type of thing you'll be expecting to be picked up in. All right, and she'll get in, start the car, and there's like a monitor. A little new to you. I mean, you've seen televisions. It's like a TV in the car. She points. Here's his location. And you recognize it's a map. She pulls up GPS. Follow this route. It'll take you to where you need to go. And here she shows you the other button to hit. And it shows a larger map of London. This is his entire route. If you need to set something up anywhere along his proposed route. You'll be picking him up here near the Docklands, taking him to this location where he'll be switching cars, standard procedure to lose any potential tails. Then he'll be going to a private airport. Anywhere along this, do what you need to do. If you want to be part of the initial team picking him up, you can do that. If you want some of you waiting at a secondary location, you can split up that way. I don't know how you operate. You'll be needing tools. It's a different vehicle, so it gets out. Go to an SUV a couple down. There's just a row of these black SUVs. Opens the trunk, and you see weapons. There's 3 large-looking automatic rifles, 3 handguns. There's a box that she opens. Explosives. You know how to operate these. C4, you've like setting a charge. You can figure it out.
Right.
Obviously, be careful with this. I wouldn't be surprised if he survives even something like this, but it'll even the playing field. So I should dare to say. You have weapons. You have these. These as well, and there's also 2 grenades there. So you're familiar with these as well. They work the same way they worked in the war. Explosives. This. You have the map. All right. You'll exit out that way. She points into the parking lot. They'll know to let this vehicle in and out. They'll be expecting you. Come right back here. Use this lift. Bring proof, and we'll work on retrieving that seal for you. And best of luck. I know this might not be your forte, but I'm sure you're tougher than you look. Anything else you need from me?
You got disguises?
I can give you uniforms. I mean, men typically wear some sort of suits, maybe a hat and sunglasses. That's the best I can do for now, unless you wish to acquire other disguises. I mean, maybe covered up and looking different. He might not notice you at a glance if you don't interact with him too much. I don't know. If
Alright.
you plan on interacting with him at all.
You got a wizard on land.
And what?
A wizard.
Tremere?
No, there's magics obviously in this car. Clearly, there's wizards around.
Oh no, this is, it's embarrassing for you. Technology, it's been 70 years, my boy.
Right, but that's only happening with magic.
So, who is?
You've seen a telly, you understand radar and whatnot. It's that same.
You know, this is
wires
predicting where
and-
he's going to be.
The wizard's name.
That's foresight, that's magic.
That's a map.
The wizard's name's Google. We'll find him. We'll find the source of power.
She disappears.
We got rid of that, Ted White.
Anyway,
You didn't think it was a wizard, right?
one of you have a phone? You know those?
Yeah,
Yes.
we had
Alright.
those.
Take the phone and I'll put her number in. There you are.
Very well.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you
Get
as
back on
always,
the
Scarlet.
elevator. What?
You heard
We're
her.
on the elevator.
She's got Alspecs on.
All right.
Then I
With
should
that, we'll take our first break.
Of
Come back
12.
And,
No.
oh, shit. Okay.
No, I gotta
And try to
wake
kill
up
an
early.
elder. Bye.
Bye.
All right. We are back.
Hello.
Don't look at me.
We're getting ready to murder an elder vampire Valerius.
With style.
You guys are in a parking lot. You were given weapons. You're given a car. You're given a location. What's the plan?
Anyone have a
All
plan?
right.
We're
I
hoping you would
I
tell us
have
that.
an idea.
What's your idea?
Alright, so there's like a secondary pickup, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We drive him to the secondary pickup, say there's an issue with the secondary pickup. He's paranoid, right? He stays in the car with the ghoul. You drop the grenade in the car with the ghouls. It's a pretty good start, right?
Right.
Not very subtle, but you've seen me, I'm not very subtle.
I like the plan. Blow the fucker up. See what happens.
You need the ring is the only issue. Will we be able to
When he turns to ash, we'll pick up the ring.
recover? Okay.
Hey, likely he survives the explosion. I light him up with a gun.
Can anyone else use a gun here besides Tommy?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, me neither.
Technically,
So I don't know if doing all out combat.
You know how to throw something.
No, I'm a
Does
doctor.
can anybody throw something 15 feet?
I mean, I have an arm. I can try.
Oh, perfect.
I will pick a rock up on the ground and throw it.
Okay.
How good is it?
Roll.
Break the car.
Shit.
It's
Well,
good though.
You're right, the car is fucked
Apparently,
up.
pretty good.
Um,
Alright, so
is there anything we can do to get a jump on him just before?
if we can get
Like I said, you know his entire plan route. You know where you're picking him up. We'll get in a car with you. You have plenty of options.
The thing is, we can't make a mess. So whatever we do, we need to be.
You can make a mess, just not in public necessarily. From what you can see, so the swap location, the secondary location is pretty. It's like an abandoned warehouse type, sort of industrial park area.
That might be where we need
alright,
to.
so wait, who's driving? You're driving.
So you would assume either getting him like in his home haven, or the secondary location, or even a final location, which is that's.
An airfield.
Mhm.
Alright, so we
Or I mean, it could be public. Police could maybe help you in this matter, depending on how you play it.
thought if we
What'd you call her?
I was gonna say-
it's 2012, we don't know that one yet.
Oh, boy, I've read it
In the future.
on a blog.
Shit. If we go to the secondary location and we are the secondary pickup, the vehicle switch, or is there like other drivers or they're just switching vehicles?
He has two people. You guys can be the people to pick him up from the first location.
What about the second location?
We can do that
We
as
can
well.
split.
There is like you guys.
You
would
just
be-
get out into. So if we're at the secondary location, you two drive.
Yeah, that's where the car swap is.
So if you two say there's some trouble, something's not where it's supposed to be, tell him to wait in the car with his guard. Get out. Drops a grenade in the car. Blow him up.
Right, he'll notice me.
Okay, but like stand real still for a second,
Right, but
and then you
I'd have
go.
to get out of the car before I blow it up.
That's true.
And that'd be hard if I'm standing
Yeah,
still.
I see the point.
Alright? So I'll be at the second location.
Can you drop a grenade?
I
I
can
know,
rig it.
don't I? I can try.
We have explosives I can rig ahead of time. It's not a problem.
Alright.
You blowing me up?
You in the car, yeah. You gonna be in the car, mate?
I guess I'll make a fast exit. So we're rigging in my car.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and then say
Blow it up. You come out of the secondary car. Guns are blazing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What can anyone else do?
I
Easy.
can get some poison on some shit, but not bullets, so it's kinda
That's good. That's good.
if we can get a knife or a sword.
That's not a knife.
A Molotov cocktail.
We have actual
We have
grenades.
real.
It's not time to drink right now. We need a plan.
What do you
I'm
mean?
just saying, like, if we need something a little bit stronger, he's an elder. We might need to pull out all the stops. He's very strong mentally. I won't be of any use there.
Yeah, I know him.
Give you a grenade.
So
You pull that and you throw it.
thank you. I'm aware. I'm just saying, if if you're wanting to use what you have, the poison or whatever it is, I mean, there's ways to do that as well. I think we should do what we've discussed, but I don't think he's going to be killed just by a blast.
No.
He'll be injured
No,
for
I-
sure, but unless there's a fire.
Right, so I don't know if I can get enough to like fill a bottle.
Okay, then
That's a
we
lot,
skip that part.
but-
But
But I could get it on something sharp. We're probably gonna have to get his head off.
You could do multiple doses, just a rouse for each, like mouthful, essentially, or dose.
All right.
well, then we can just do that as it occurs. We need to.
Yeah, alright.
I'll play the role of butler driver. You have it rigged. Blows up. I'm out of the car though by this time. Blows up. You guys come out of the secondary car. Guns are blazing. Grenades. Poison knives. Is that what I?
Something to cut his head off with, probably.
Okay. Yeah. Shit. All right. Cool.
Play it safe.
And I will be there cheering you on. If this was a battle of the wits, I would have it. This is not my forte. But I'm happy to play along.
You good liar.
Alright, well, we'll need to disguise this
I'm
one
good
then.
at manipulating, so yes.
Alright.
So where we can do that.
What was the question?
What'd you guess?
We'll have to disguise this one then.
I mean, put the uniform on, sunglasses and a hat. Change my voice like this. And do you want to be known as me?
It's not bad.
Thank you. But I need a new name.
Do you?
Elijah Buchanan.
No, I hear that. Never mind.
Why Foxes? I saw the poster too.
14-year-old's poster.
It's a really good blog.
Can we carry on now then? Can we get going?
I think that's a good plan. Let's do it.
So you're doing anything now before you leave?
He's changing.
He's gonna get.
Are all of you changing, or just you changing?
Just
Well,
him.
I would assume it would be expected for more than one person to be there picking up. Yeah.
Yeah. The rest of you are in like formal attire.
Yes.
Yeah, we could get uniforms.
Who else is riding the first go round?
You're better at talking.
It would be best to not talk, I believe, in any case, but I can ride in the first car.
All right. Me and Lady Kate. the first, you two the second. Let's get dressed. Do we need to pre-poison things?
Yeah, we can do it on the way.
All right.
So you guys just have one vehicle now. So where are you going first?
Gonna drop them off at the second location.
Secondary location. Okay.
Well, we might need a
Is there
car.
an
or-
Asian
do we
dicks
need a
that
car?
can
There's a
run in
second
and
car
get a
there.
sword?
Second car's already there.
Yeah. Do we know it's already there?
Yes.
It's a black SUV.
Yeah,
just
it's
like
the one we're
ours.
switching off into.
Right.
Yep. Okay. Let's get going. Change. All that jazz.
I'll rig the car with explosives now while they're changing.
Where are you putting them?
Under my seat.
It's an SUV. Probably has a back panel that flips up where you keeps the back tires and stuff.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Search
got that
around a
extra
little bit.
storage
Yeah,
space.
we know
Fine.
cars.
Yeah.
Sometimes they got like a vacuum
You
in there. It's
get some
pretty-
C4 in there. Put the remote
Take
detonator.
yourself.
I used to
You
sell
got
cars.
the trigger.
You're gonna
Go
want
out
this
there
one
and say,
get the
"Oh,
vacuum in.
oh."
No, sometimes they come with a vacuum.
Is this funny to you?
Fine now.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be.
Tommy.
Oh, you never seen an explosion, love?
I have
Bloody
seen
fun.
very many, and they were never fun. Let's get going.
You're more lively this night. I like it.
What can I say?
It's like a burst of something.
It's like something's not trying to kill me from the inside.
Okay. Henry's driving,
Dr. Henry.
and you make your way to the secondary location. But first,
Oh.
Let me take a selfie.
I forgot about
Was that
song.
2012?
No,
Oh,
that was
God.
2014.
It was before that. Pretty sure.
Let me take a selfie.
2014 is so lame.
Yeah.
No, because
When
that
I
was a big
graduated
song
college.
when we were living together.
okay, you go to
Oh,
the
I thought you
secondary
meant
location.
I was
Yeah,
like, that was
it's
way
like
after
a that's,
2014.
like sort of an industrial park area that's
It's a
closed.
blur.
You pull into that building. There's a couple like work trucks there, some large warehouse thing, and then you can see another black SUV. No one's in it though.
Alright.
You could look; it's open. You can see that. You search around a little bit. The cars are the keys just under the seat.
Okay.
All right. So who's staying here? All right, you two are staying there. Explosions are in the first car, which you two are in. I'm going to need now.
No.
Question though. Should we rig the second car to explode too?
I was
It's
thinking
not
of that.
already rigged.
You only have enough for the one, unless we use grenades. The grenades can work for the second one.
I think that might be a good idea.
Or just fucking when this one blows up, you fucking come out and just start tossing grenades at the fucking already blown up car.
Tries to make a run
Yeah.
for it, but I mean, perhaps we could just take the keys.
Push to start.
Alright.
Just saying, an idea.
Smart Tommy.
I think it's smart.
So what are you doing?
I'll rig a grenade to the door, driver's side. So when it opens it, pulls the pin.
Okay.
And I die?
You just don't open the door.
I have to get out.
No, the second call.
Second.
You dunce. I'm talking to myself.
Okay. You got
Call
a
myself a doctor.
grenade with the pin just sort of resting,
Alright.
wedged in the door, to where when it opens, the trigger will,
Funny, you say like
the
the
release will
opposite of
happen,
doctors,
and
you know?
that car will go.
Civilized.
All right. Are you two bringing anything else? Who has what? I should say. So you have one more grenade, and you have some firearms.
I'll
I'd
have
like
a
to try
large
to-
one.
To get a knife or a sword. Probably like they just have a kitchen, like a big butcher knife, honestly.
Yeah, butter knife.
Not a butter knife.
I'll say if you would have asked for a knife at the place, they could have
Yeah,
provided
I
you
would've.
with like a combat knife.
Cool. And I'm gonna just go to work.
I mean, I assume we would have
Poison in
Take
it.
a handgun just for the shits
Handguns.
of it. Yeah.
on us just to look official.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys are in sort of like suit uniforms. Make your way, follow GPS to the docklands where Valerius is waiting.
I have a cap on and sunglasses and my hair pulled back in a tight bun, something just like very like
Unassuming.
harsh looking, yeah.
Okay.
No jewelry or
Yeah, I
anything.
got a scally cap and a scarf.
So you are you just doing one coding? It's a rouse, isn't it?
I'll do. Well, if I do one, I could then decide to do another, right? It's not like I have to choose.
Yeah, you do it one at a time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So get hungrier. So I'm only going to do one.
Okay. Yeah, you get your knife coated with some of that scorpion's blood. Lady Catherine, Dr. Henry, make your way to Fleris's Haven, a nice neighborhood, Riverside. You can tell it's pretty quiet. Where should there be any sort of gunfire or anything crazy, probably be a pretty quick police presence. But yeah, you pull up to one of these homes.
I guess I'll go out. And, we have the address.
James.
Yeah, you're there.
James.
No.
Jamesman.
You're with James.
Where's
Yeah,
your
you're
sister?
James's men.
Okay. Yeah, ring the doorbell. A woman dressed very similar to you cracks it open. Hello.
Oi, with James's men. She here to pick up.
She closes the door and opens it again to let you in. He'll be ready in a second.
Very well. We'll have the call ready.
You want to wait in here or out there?
Out here's fine.
In the car.
All right. What'd you say your name was?
Damien.
Damien. I think I've seen you before. Give me a manipulation subterfuge.
Oh, if you give me one too.
All right, I will.
Ooh, not good at subterfuge. Only manipulation.
Yeah, that's real bad.
Yes, Liz. Yeah. Oh, all right. We'll be out in a second. Just closes the door again.
Get back in the car. They're on to us. Let's leave.
Yeah, you head back to the car. By the time you get there, door opens. Her and another man dressed similarly walk out, quickly approach the car. And she sort of stands by you. The man goes around the... Well, no, you're driving. The one man goes to the passenger side and sort of knocks on your window.
Roll the window down.
Just the two of you.
Yeah. Second drivers are at the next location.
Right. Your name?
Catherine.
Catherine. All right, and you could tell he's just like scanning. He's scanning the car, looking around. Be out in a second.
On your time.
Also give me a manipulation subterfuge.
Yeah, it's the truth though.
Or you can do you could do a charisma persuasion if you like.
Charisma persuasion. That's what I'm talking about.
You're more
Am I
pretending to. Yeah, it works.
Am I seducing?
Are you?
I don't
Tell
know.
me.
I look pretty cute in those glasses, I'm sure.
Guys.
And she's back.
Never make it to a second location.
That's two
Sure hope
successes.
everything's going all right.
2 successes.
Oh,
Okay.
We got her,
not
hey,
using it?
Lady Kate, we got her right where we want them.
I mean, I
That'd
probably
be bad.
could
It'd
because
be
I
bad.
don't.
Would it be bad?
Okay.
Either way, it'd be bad. Being negative penalty or losing this
But
one.
I'm not. I'm gonna be of
We got
no
her right.
use.
We got her right.
Less the ghouls though.
It's
Unless I need to.
fools. We'll see what
Just use a
happens.
power, right? Do you have a power?
I mean, but they're all charisma based.
They're eating out of a pole right now. We got her.
You can't do anything right now to help you win this?
Help me win this right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have a
What do you
grenade.
mean?
you have power.
You
to
could
use
use.
To do.
to like control one of them.
I mean, I guess.
These are
With a
goals.
bad roll, you don't know you rolled bad.
Yeah.
So if you're not doing
I'm not
anything else
gonna.
with that
I'm not gonna
roll,
roll
then
again
yeah.
because I might need it.
Okay.
I might have to go in the house and tell him to do what I want.
Okay.
Okay. That's what I got too.
Yeah. They head in. After a little bit, they come out and you see Valerius. You saw him not that long ago in a flashback. Well built, long hair down to half his torso, but wearing a suit, nothing too fancy, but a casual suit. Just comes out and he just sort of looks towards, tries to look in the window at you two a little bit, but then he just passes and they go to a different car parked in the street. The woman opens the back door of your car and gets in. We're going to take 2 vehicles, if that's all right with you.
Fine.
All right, take the lead. Show us where we're going. My partner and Valerius will follow.
All right.
Sounds fine.
Seatbelt.
What are seatbelts?
You start going. Who's your supervisor? I thought there's a different team going to be here tonight. Wonder if they switched things up. What's his face finally got in trouble?
They don't tell us much. Just where to be, when to be.
Who's they? So that's what I'm asking. Who put you on this last minute?
James.
James. Because the James's men, right? You know, that's more of a
It's
term
password.
we use
Yes.
to mean, you know, you're working for the crown. That's what they used to call it. King James and
Oh, I
whatnot.
didn't know that.
I know,
Out of game.
because I don't.
That was out of game.
By the looks of you two,
I'm gonna turn around and compel.
my
if you turn
glasses
around,
down.
they're looking down. As you start shifting your seat, they look down. They have a gun out. I know what you all. Don't try that shit. Look, this isn't a bad thing. We don't necessarily want to see Valerius gets where he needs to go. I'm guessing you two don't either. Is this correct?
Quite obvious at this point.
All right. Turn around. You turn around.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. She's sort of out of peripherals and sees you turn back in your seat. All right, then no need for that. Yeah, we're kindred, right? So this should actually be a bit easier. Me and my partner weren't sure what the fuck we were going to do, but we just know we're supposed to do something about him. Some more of your kind on our side might actually help. So what's the plan?
We're gonna take him to the next location and deal with him from there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You should act really
How?
sure.
Some explosives
Where?
in the car,
This car?
right?
Yeah, you fucked that up, then, didn't you? It's not in this car. You've got another car at the next place, right?
Right.
Get rid of it. We'll use this as the secondary car. He's a little on edge now. So we need to eliminate any options.
Why do we need to move from the second location at all?
I'm saying if you're going to blow him up, he needs to get in this car, right?
Right.
And he's not in this car, right? So there we go. This
But-
will be the secondary car that he gets in.
The other one might also be rigged to blow, so if
Jesus
we blow
Christ.
them both up,
Make a
that
mess
should
of this.
should really take care of him.
He won't be in either one, though. So it won't blow him up at all.
All right,
Box him in
stop.
with exploding cars.
Look, if I won't be in the car, but if you want to drive this thing at him and set him off, by all means. That's a plan, too. A plan I want to be present for, but a plan.
I mean, we have a spare grenade or two we can throw in his car and light these. I don't know, honestly, what this.
I mean, I just told you my plan. You're saying no, and you're not giving me a better option. So that's my suggestion. You can make the call before we arrive, or we arrive and we wing it.
Well, we don't have a second cell.
A telly.
Telephone? Yeah, tele.
Unless do we have car phones?
So you've up to your tits and explosives, but you don't have 2 phones.
We just woke up.
Did you say
Alright, fucking hell, we just fucking woke up. There's a whole new goddamn world. Fucking hell.
Yes, it's something. All right.
What do you want him dead?
Just need him dead, all right? Wait, why do you want him dead?
Honesty first.
Probably working for the same person, I assume.
And James.
There she is. All right, then. So we pull up in the next place. You guys figure out a way to get this car as close to him and blow it up, and then I guess we take it from there. Is that your new plan?
I guess it's where we stop.
Oh, fucking bloody hell.
All right, then.
Merry old.
I mean, you couldn't have made him comfortable enough to get in this car.
No. With you two? If we could tell something was up, you would have told something was up immediately.
We weren't planning to talk to him. You had to ask all those goddamn questions.
Yeah, he can ask questions, and he can look into your mind if he doesn't like the answer.
Yeah, noted.
And we wanted to separate you so we can get in on your plan, and now I'm thinking that was a mistake.
Alright, so we have a car there waiting with 2 people.
You get 2 more.
Yes.
All right, we've got the numbers then.
Artillery. This thing is loaded to blow.
I mean, I think you should drive it right at him. You had a good idea with that.
We can all survive that.
You can jump out of it.
I cannot. Tough bloke like you, I'm sure.
I don't know where you're getting that.
I mean, you might be able to jump out of it in time.
What about you?
I can't drive.
So are you jumping now? There's some.
No, I'm going to get out of the car and then you're going to drive it.
Oh, wow.
All right, this works for me.
She's getting out, I'm getting out.
If we get out,
You're
you do
jumping
your
out.
thing.
You'll be
I'm not
fine.
doing that.
Well, I thought it was a fine idea.
Yes.
I thought it was a fine plan.
You remind me of someone I knew.
I'm sure she was lovely.
No.
Oh.
All right, in a few moments,
God,
we'll be
you
arriving at the
fucking
secondary location. Is there anything you want to do, or are you just pulling in?
Quick note, I wouldn't be in the car. I assume she wouldn't be in the car either because we rigged it
No,
to
'cause
blow
it
up.
blow up.
And I would have activated Sense the Unseen.
Okay.
And I think I'd be like just in an alleyway, like cloaked, shadowed, gun ready, thing ready.
There's a few places you could be. I mean, you have time. You could get like on the warehouse if you want to climb up there. You can be behind a couple of the work trucks or even on one of the work trucks because it's sort of a secluded sort of area.
On
It's
the
not
warehouse
an
sounds
alleyway.
good.
Okay. So yeah, you get a position on the roof of the warehouse.
How is this
Clear
thing rigged to
visibility.
blow?
You open
Remote.
the door.
The remote?
Oh,
Okay.
right on.
The other one is opening the driver door, which
Okay.
I told you guys.
Alright.
I'll just hang with you up on top, probably. Is that cool?
If you need to get close, might not be the
Yeah.
best idea if we be up here.
All right. I'll hide.
You can hide by some of the work
Work
trucks
trucks,
that
yeah,
are parked
over,
by the other
over
one.
by there, yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Where are you pulling in? So you pull in. There's a couple work trucks. There's the secondary SUV.
Oh.
There's the warehouse.
I'll give her grenades.
Boxing is not a bad idea.
Okay.
Just zoop and then get out.
Me?
But he won't pull up. He's
Fun.
behind us.
You can throw.
He's
You
behind
proved
us.
it.
And then you'll kill my partner. You won't be able to get out either.
True. Alright. Just pull it all out.
Is he going to get out of his car or what?
Him?
Yes.
I'll listen to our instructions. My instructions, I should say. Would you like me to tell him what to do? What should I?
To fucking get out as fast as he fucking can and we can just pull up.
I mean, we might be able to convince him to get into this vehicle, just saying it's the secondary one. But it's a bit of a stretch since there's clearly another one here. If one of you's better at that than I am, can you give it a whirl?
Well, obviously we're not because we fucked up talking to you.
Right, that's on you.
Really?
Alright, where are you pulling in?
into the fucking lot or the whatever.
Into the hangar thingy, the warehouse.
It'd be like
what-
a parking lot next to the
Oh,
warehouse, not
no,
like in the
we're
warehouse.
not in the warehouse. Oh, okay. Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Are you parking by the other vehicle? Are you parking in the middle of the parking lot? Are you parking closer to the warehouse? Or are you
We
parking
could park like a space
specifically-
over from the other vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Can you tell him to pull in between the two vehicles so he's safe between both of those, so we can make a plan from there.
Sure.
And you can step out and talk to your partner.
Yeah, you pull in, and yeah, the other car it's really the only other space, just pulls in between you, empty spot in the other car. And you can just see it's quite tinted. You could barely see a silhouette in there of him. The driver just looks over, and she looks over and nods, and he nods. All right. You want me to tell him to get in here? Or we've
If you-
got in between two cars. Is this where we do it?
That's what we do it.
This may be where we do it. It might be a harder thing to get him to get out of the car and get back into here after this weird exchange.
Okay. Who sets it off?
We got a remote.
Does he know when to set it off?
Sees us leaving.
All right. Yeah,
Let's make haste.
not too hasty, or he'll
Slow
mess some
haste.
things up.
Fucking run.
Get out of the car casually.
Yeah. Stick closest by if he sees you too dart. She gets out, straight into her jacket, and goes. Says, "All right, sir. We're just waiting on a couple more reinforcements. We'll be getting in this vehicle and be on our way shortly." Yes, sir. And she closes the door. She goes, "Jack." And he goes, "One moment." And see her and the other guards sort of are walking and talking, looking over at you guys as if they're just sort of making their way away from the vehicle. What are you two doing?
Please,
As of right now, you're definitely in the blast radius.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, take a moment, look around, and just kind of start kicking some rocks.
Stand there for a minute. Look around. And kind of walk over to where the two ghouls just walked over to talk about logistics, make it look like we're talking about the cars kind of thing. And if we're out of the blast radius, someone pushes a button.
That's all right. And now is your
Here
person ready?
We go.
You see him walk away.
They're a little close now. Is your person ready?
Should be ready.
Okay. And now we run. And they turn and they take off.
Okay.
And you're on the roof and you see the two take off and those two
I assume something's up, so I blow
quickly
them
after.
up.
And yeah, you see the car door flies open as you seem to have noticed them take off running. And you click. And the car next to his just explodes, just incinerates, launching his car, just burning it through, activating the grenade in the car it's pinned. And there's just a sandwich of explosions that just light just a fireball the whole area. I will need a composure resolve from you two as these flames really, your beast does not like them.
Oh, 3 successes.
Ooh, 5 successes, finally.
Nice.
How many?
5.
Okay, so it's fucking terrifying seeing a torrent of fire like that, feeling that heat. But it's what's probably still not as scary as an elder vampire trying to kill you. So
Yeah.
you keep your cool. The other two ghouls, still the explosion is a concussion from it that sort of causes you to stumble a little bit. But then they drop and they're on their knees and they have their guns trained in just this burning wreckage. What is the rest of you doing?
I'll take my handgun out and just have it aimed at the car.
I guess turn around from after
It's
I
like
hear the.
this.
I guess I would see.
You're
Do I
cornered
see
like
anything in
this.
Sense the Unseen?
What do I do with this?
No, it's just
I
this.
usually have a man for this.
Yeah.
Then get poised with the grenade, I guess, to throw.
So you're getting like within throwing range. How close do you want to be? Obviously, the closer, the easier it is to hit someone, but it's up to you.
It's also a fiery blast.
Yeah.
Do it for Mithras.
Where do you want to be? Do you want to be like max distance? Do you want to be where it's really easy or medium?
I'll do a medium throw.
Okay. So you get close-ish, grenade ready.
Head off. I can't see.
He is a pistol trained. What are you doing?
I also have my gun pulled, very
Okay.
unsure. Just trying to like. I mean, I was around the war a little bit, so I'm sure I would have seen like officers running around. I mean, it was. So I would try to like mimic from like the one memory I have of like carnage and
Okay.
would
Where are
be
you standing?
terrible.
Are you standing by the ghouls?
yeah,
Okay.
because they're gonna be better than me.
Tommy?
Pop up. Yeah. Start shooting.
Yeah.
You just gonna start firing into the wreckage, or
Um,
you don't see anything quite yet, or you just want to be like ready to shoot?
I'll
Aim,
be.
dude.
You're gonna
Is that
give
a
your-
thing?
your
Aim?
position away.
Yeah, I'll ready to shoot.
Okay.
It clearly looks like the minions are with them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you assume Catherine probably with all of them or something. That would probably make the most sense. So yeah, it's just this fire going. Again, you're just willing the beast to calm the fuck down. It's okay right now. There's bigger issues, and you're still quite nervous as the flames slowly die down a little bit. And you hear this crash, and you see this smoldering figure just leap out of the wreckage straight into the air in a trajectory heading straight for your little cluster. Just what's left of his jacket in the wind, hair mostly singed and burnt. He looks like Tommy almost, just terrible burns over him, fangs out and there's a roar, and he's just coming down from the sky at your group.
Elder base hunter.
Those who are shooting, go ahead and give me a shot.
Dex firearms.
This is going to be composure firearms.
Oh no!
I'm gonna try, only
I'm gonna
because
try.
my composure is
I'm gonna
3.
try.
That's me included, right?
Yeah. He's in range.
2 successes.
Add that to my one success. How we want to do this is
Don't mansplain me.
what?
Don't mansplain me.
No, it's from Critical Role. How do you want to do this? It's me killing enemy.
Okay, well, it's not a little bit.
How many successes?
100.
And
Wow.
Good train.
2 successes.
3 bestial.
So if you miss,
Miss, I missed good.
Hit me!
And then we'll give the
they're not bad though.
is there anything you want to do, Alice?
3's a crap.
Obviously, you're not gonna be able to mid-air grenade him.
But he's in my line of sight.
He's soaring through the air past you. You're sort of between where they are and where he was, distance-wise, I should say.
I would like to extinguish fighting
Okay.
to make him hungrier. So hopefully
He frenzies and eats us all.
Okay. What's that roll?
it is.
So this is how we die. This is you calling the cops, right?
It's aroused. No, because then if he fails, so I rouse. I'm hungry.
Well,
Also
so
get
close.
hungrier.
What?
So you also got hungry.
I
Alright,
also
what
get
do
a
I have to
little
roll for
hungrier.
him?
Hunger for hunger.
And then it is a intelligence, blood sorcery versus stamina and composure, which hopefully is pretty bad for him right now.
This is his element. Look how glorious he looks right now. Wish I could do something like that. I gotta get sworn late. Get judgmental.
That's
hand.
2. I'm not gonna use a will or anything.
Okay. You look at him, you try to rouse the beast in him, and it seems like how potent and powerful this beast is.
Yeah,
just
I
seems
think
to
so.
ignore whatever effect you're trying to
That's
do.
fine.
Um,
It's worth a try.
shots go off. You're not even sure if you hit. It's just a dark figure in the dark sky that you're just shooting up at. Tommy, you have him in your sights. It's a hard shot because you got a lead. You just take the one sort of, it's not worth spraying for this. You try to get one good shot. Do a controlled burst. You can tell you hit him, but it's like you shot the shot a brick wall. You see a little bit of just a little bit of flesh, like dusts off, but it's again you can see like it'd be like shooting into a wall. Not a lot of damage was done. As he's landing, you can see the female guard also waits till he's pretty close, gets a shot off. You see a bit of blood. That one seems to have penetrated until he lands in the middle of you. Give me a composure plus intelligence.
Four successes.
How many?
4.
4. Give me a composure resolve now.
One success.
So he lands on the male guard, just like hitting him like an asteroid almost. You just hear a crunch of, "Ugh!" and his torso's caved in from where he just got hit by this projectile vampire. As he's now kneeling in this guy's corpse, he just looks up, and just growls at Catherine, who hunches down and growls back. As your beast, you don't know what just happened, but he just awoke in some sort of fury in you, as you are now in a fury frenzy. And he just looks at the rest of you. Why? What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna try to stealth up there.
I mean, it's not really. He's in the middle of the parking lot now, fighting them. So any angle you take, I mean, it's not gonna. There's nothing to hide on your approach. But he's heavily distracted, so you could just run up to him. But he will see you come up to him for sure.
Then I'll just try to slowly approach.
Just gonna walk up. You're not doing anything.
Yeah, because if I throw the grenade, I hit all my friends. I don't trust myself to throw the
Might be
knife
worth
from
it,
that part.
honestly.
Okay. You give me a strength roll.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Have
What do you
fun.
Do I see her coming?
Yeah.
You see her walking up. She's kind of from behind, but it's pretty obvious that you're in the middle of the parking lot, yeah?
I'm just gonna cut my gun at him, start walking back, because you're a fucking traitor.
You're not shooting, though?
I'll take a pop off.
Yeah, I was like, you should shoot him. Every round.
I didn't know if you're trying to, like, negotiate with him or if you're fighting.
I
'Cause I don't think he
can't.
did it.
I can't hit
I
him.
don't
There's
think
no
he
way
did.
to hit
he
him.
did it.
My
and then-
character wouldn't be
With
able to
2.
do it.
What would you do?
And now I'm fucked up.
I just shoot him.
Okay, give me another shot.
I don't hear him, do I?
Yeah, you would, hear him yell, why? Voice booms.
Yeah, I shoot him.
Okay.
I'll scream out for Mithras and just.
Okay.
I'll rouse too for this one.
Can I rouse for my brawl strength?
Yeah?
Oh, little hungry boy.
Ooh, 1 success.
How much?
1.
That's all you need.
4,
Sometimes.
Nice.
5, 6, 7, 8. 8's
Eight.
messy.
Oh,
Okay.
sexy.
So, are you shooting at any particular time or are you just shooting as soon as possible?
I mean, just whenever I have a clear shot.
Okay. So, and you're shooting as well?
No, I there's no way I can. I have no training. I'm just gonna say he's a traitor and start backing up. Have the gun pointed at, like, I'm confident I can do it, but I can't do it.
Okay.
The brim of the head's fucking. You gotta take it off.
Just keep it.
So with
That
this,
was mine, though.
give me Dex Athletics.
Absolutely.
Not you, Alice.
Oh, that's not great
That's not good
for me. Dex.
Okay. So he, in a blink, is behind Henry.
Oh, fuck.
Who's backed off. He does that. The woman turns and shoots, and again, it's just like a chip. This kind of a fleck of flesh comes off his shoulder, and then we're aiming at him now. He's behind you. He said, and he looks as you hear the four Mithras. Son, you're being used. I can help. And with this, now the closest person to you is her. As this enraged, bestial Catherine turns, snarls, lunges for you. Luckily, you get out of the way, as she just leaps and you just sort of sidestep as she goes skittering across the ground, turning on all fours again, getting ready to lunge. You about to take the shot, he moved, and you just aim again. You see him say something to him, you can't hear that, and you take a shot. And this one, you just get sprayed with blood. This one seemed to have penetrated. And it just is a burst of blood that hits right above his heart. He's still up, but this made him stumble a little bit, and now he's positioned himself with you between Tommy and him. He has a hand on you. Very strong. So you're probably not going to be moving much, but he's not hurting you. He's not attacking you. He's using you more as a shield.
I'm just gonna have the gun pointed at his chest.
I mean, he's like right behind you. Like he's holding you.
Oh yeah, you couldn't get them.
You're in
Okay,
between
like,
him
Okay.
Yeah.
and everything else.
hostage situation.
We're being used, you say? And how so? And why do I believe a traitor of
Intelligence
Mithras?
back down.
Why should I trust a betrayer of Mithras?
You don't want to be caught in this. I can help you. If you need me dead, take what you need. Just let me go. But if you want information, I can give you that too. You hear this. You hear this as well, but you also have a feral Catherine lunging at you.
How about you?
So you can spend a willpower if you want to momentarily gain control of yourself, or you're going to be going for another.
Yeah, you got any left?
I got one.
It's up to you.
All right, because I really want to hear this.
Okay. I mean, you can still hear it, but yeah, you didn't
Well,
care.
okay, so
So
yeah.
now, you hear it, and then you force with a little bit of willpower. You get your. You can still. The beast is just ready to tear out. You're ready to tear into the closest thing, but you calm yourself for just a moment. You can't hear what's going on. You just see there's some sort of.
I put my hand out to him in Tommy's direction.
Which is the universal sign for explode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rain down. Oh, I speak.
With this here, the guards just pow pow just takes another shot. This one hits him right in the face, but again, you see a little crack. Just a little chink in his jaw. And then he surges forward, pushing you, closing the distance between you and the guard, and just reaches out and snaps her arm. She's still alive, but their shooting arm just pulls, or really more at the wrist, just breaks her wrist back, but still holding you. What do you two want to do? Or what do you three want to do? Or really all of you, what do you want to do?
At any point in there, did they cross into my reach where I could?
They're closer to you now, if you want to rush up, but I mean, he's got a hostage, he's still very much aware of you.
Well, our friend is not in a frenzy. I recommend you talk to her. She's the one.
What you want, what you need from me.
Would my like animal sense of things think that if I fed, I would be satisfied in this state?
This is anger.
Okay.
This isn't a hunger frenzy.
Okay.
You're pissed.
Not anything in particular?
The beast is just an animalistic fury.
Yeah.
It just wants to attack and maim anything.
So if I attack the guard,
We don't
I can
have
do
to
that?
right now.
Yeah, right now you're
Okay.
fine.
if I still feel that way, I'm
No,
just
you
in
would keep
control of
killing.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like
Okay.
I need to kill one person. I'm
Okay.
fine. You need to kill.
Okay.
Give me an intelligence resolve.
4 successes.
You make eye contact with him for a second. Calm yourself and read through this and listen to what I have to say. And you do feel calm, and you do feel quite eager to listen to what he has to say.
I would take my hat off and like undo my hair, and like I would assume, yeah, exactly. Like I would assume my glasses had already been knocked off, like in all the like ambushing and things.
Like in the snowboarding movie,
And
she takes it off.
yeah,
She was a girl the whole time.
and so
Autocross. I love
yes,
that
that
movie.
one's good. And so like hoping in a way that he recognizes me
He does.
and that
You
we
see a look of recognition. He sort of looks at you and pulls your glasses off.
Have another pair.
Whoa.
Deal with it.
The arrows. I understand when you feel this need to serve your God King. That's fine. I don't necessarily need to interfere, just don't want to be a part of it. He sent you to do this. Or is he back? Assume you know what I did, or what I thought I did.
What do you mean thought you did?
Final death to be stopped.
Why would you stop him then?
But tyranny is our way, but he is too old, cannot modernize, cannot survive in a changing world. That's what we need. He's a conqueror, nothing else. Quite literally. I mean, yeah, if you want to shoot at any time, you can.
Yeah, as he.
Well, I don't hear any of this, do I?
No, you just see them talking.
So I'll wait for a signal to shoot.
Okay, the signal is going to be. You shouldn't have done what you did, and then I want to rush him with a knife while he's got 2 hostages just to try to get him.
Okay. This way. If you're using a knife, I'll let you use Dex if you'd like. Dex melee.
Yeah. I'll take a shot. I see they're going back into combat.
All right, go ahead.
It's still composure. Firearms.
Yes.
With 1 success, but that's okay.
Is that okay?
I mean, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
It's less of a.
I got 3 sixes. Is that 20 successes?
More to
Were
prove.
you throwing it? Okay.
Oh,
I mean,
no, it was a melee.
yeah, it was melee. That's what I'm saying. It's like it might be dangerous.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't want to get a 1.
3. I'm just gonna say 3.
3.
Roll. Probably would have been 4. Would have been 2 now.
You only got 1? Okay. You are going to take 8 superficial.
Oh.
That's already halved.
I don't think. The prowess you add, that's just a damage, right? You add it to
Prowess is add potence to unarmed damage value, or feats of strength.
Does it have or not have?
It's halved. Half of your potence.
Half your opponents is just straight added. Okay, so.
Round it up.
7.
7 already halved.
Yes. She goes up. He just pushes Henry to the ground and just clocks her. So you come up with a knife, and before you even get there, he's quick, and yeah, he just punches you square in the jaw, knocking you to the ground. A bullet rings out, and again, just sort of chips at him. What do you guys like to do? These fools. And
Delirious.
you still have your gun. I mean, mean, both of you do technically.
Did you shock off already?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you two haven't done anything this round. So if you two want to do anything, you can do something.
Valerius, explain it to me.
They have to stop shooting first. And are you doing anything else?
No, I just want to talk.
I'll put another signal to you.
You see the hands go up.
Thank you. We're
Shrugging.
dying down here. All right, talk.
I'm gonna reposition. I don't like that he knows where I'm at.
You're just gonna like jump off the roof?
No, I'm just gonna move down the roof a ways. So
Okay, so it's still pretty obvious where you are, but yeah, you can move to not your exact position.
Well, then I stop moving.
Ah,
He
alright.
doesn't know how to. Oh, I saw him move over there, and he just
He's
disappeared.
gone.
Shots stop you two. He just looks at you.
Drop the knife.
Thought handmaiden. What do you want?
We want answers. We're
If
awoken
you
from
want
a
me
sleep.
dead, he removes his ring and tosses it at Alex. Bring him that. It should suffice. You'll never hear from me again.
We would be happy to disappear.
If he's back, I have no place here.
Who do you think we're being tricked by? You said earlier.
Being used.
By whom?
Him. That's what he does.
And you don't think... It's not even worth my breath at this point.
Are we good here then?
Did someone help you? Or did you just decide he was too powerful or too old, and you just took it into your own hands? How would you kill Mithros to begin with?
Give me a persuasion charisma.
Three successes. 3 successes.
He has a weakness. I used that weakness to lure him into a building during the Blitz. Much like you did to me, blew the fucking thing up. Not an explosion like that, a real one. Gunpowder shook the whole city. I don't know how we got out of it. And it wasn't just me. Richard the Word, Queen Anne. They'll have what you're looking for. Who is orchestrating this? Mithras himself? Someone else pulling the strings now.
No one wants to be caught looking like they helped take down Mithros if he's coming back, do they?
No, it won't matter. Is he really coming back? How?
His essence is a part of several items, and gathering them together will hopefully bring him back.
Roger. We put you up to this. Right? The Camden?
Have we heard that name
I've
before?
written that one down.
I don't have that one.
He hasn't. Thomas. Pater Thomas.
That one is.
That's the praise.
That's what he's calling himself these nights. That crazy fucker thinks this will work. Mithras's weakness, that one. What now? I don't want to help, but let me go. Tell you what you need. You'll never see me again. You could tell Thomas that I've been killed.
What can you tell us?
Do you want to know? With that fire, we don't have a lot of time till the authorities arrive. Is there something you're looking for? A person, a thing?
When was the last time you saw Gwendola?
Gwenllian?
Oh. She's in hiding. Queen Anne's thinking about putting her on the red list.
Queen Anne do that a lot around here.
Hmm?
Does Queen Anne do that a lot around here?
No, actually. I thought she was... I don't regret giving her power. She's done well by the city, but I don't think she's ready for Mithras either. If you allow me, I can maybe ensconce with her.
I don't think that's wise, mate.
There's a lot of people who don't want Mithras coming back, knowing that they were part of his end. Do you understand what I mean?
Probably why Roger's been in hiding. Not Roger, Richard.
Where can we find him? Do you know?
Underground. Good luck finding him.
But do you understand what I mean?
Yes. Is there anything else you need to know from me before I make my leave?
Just that she won't come back.
You have my word.
May we have your ring?
You already threw it at me.
Okay.
I have it.
Okay.
Yeah, with this, you can see the guard with the broken wrist just sort of looking, just shaking her head. Sorry about this misunderstanding. May Mithras show mercy on you. And he very quickly starts sprinting off unless someone wants to do something.
Yeah.
I look up at where
I'll pop a shot.
I look up where he is, and I.
Okay. Yeah,
What?
with celerity, he's moving quite quick, but you might be able to get him.
I got one success.
I guess I'll give it a
And
go.
I've got an arm and a grenade I never threw.
Oh shit.
You can try. Alright,
Could be out of grenade.
Okay, well,
If you throw it far enough, you might be able to get him in a little bit of it. Go for it. Give me strength athletics.
that's better than what I had.
I'm going to rouse. Good.
I'm gonna rouse them. I'm hungrier.
Doing anything?
Can I tell all of them to stop
No.
doing this?
Two successes, but if I fail.
Using a willpower.
Oh, oh no, it was all hunger. Never mind. I was like, I still have a will. Doesn't matter.
That's a lot. 4, 5, 6, 7.
And I had one success. So. Traitor. I'm not killing him.
The guard tries shooting with the other hand. Doesn't go well. Both bullets go wide. How many successes? So you throw it as far as you can. It goes off. It doesn't seem to really affect him much. But you could see through your scope, it just has this kind of effect on him, to where you could tell where his body reacts to a little bit, it's absorbing what little bit of residual heat reached him. And you've been paying attention, it seems, whatever gets him first always seems to just doesn't affect him. It's that second hit that always does it. So you see his effect happen a little bit, you squeeze the trigger, and his head just like a melon. As he gets that long distance shot. How many successes did you get?
7.
Yeah.
And
And
dispenser.
yeah, he did not have much left. And yeah, see, he's going very quick, and you see quick enough to where he pauses for just a second, and in that split second, you get the shot off and drop him.
he dust?
No, he's not dust. His head's, I mean, most of it's not like exploded, but a good chunk of it is blown off. But there's still, it's not a full decapitation.
I've got a knife.
I look at my gun.
You then walk up, yeah, you can start hacking at what's left of his neck, pulling that sort of spinal chunk and half his jaw and face, and once you get that last chunk off, the rest of him, instant ash.
I would turn away from what they're doing
Yeah, probably good.
and go to the guard that's still alive and
Yeah, fuck yes.
No.
I'm glad we were on the same team, and then I compel her to tell me who sent her.
She's aware of what you guys can do, so what's the roll she makes?
Nice, back to back.
We gotta start wrapping this up, though, man. We gotta get
Yeah,
out of this
there's
fucking
the
warehouse.
sirens at the distance.
Yeah.
This night sky is starting to have
I'll just
streaks
stand
of
real
blue and
still.
red.
I'll do the same.
Wait this out.
Intelligence resolve, I think, is her.
Okay.
Charisma dominate, intelligence resolve.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Charisma dominate. And I get a additional one for charisma rolls, right? Or no, that's just the presence.
For your blood potency, yeah, you'll get an extra dice because of your high blood potency. If you're using a discipline.
No, there's
Dominating,
something
right?
With something else, there's.
Oh,
with
presence adds
there's
the charisma stuff
charisma
if you're doing
rolls.
all.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna use my. No, I already did because I had to try not to die. Okay, I just got one. Really?
Not great.
Yeah.
You could have just asked her.
Yeah. Say, tell me, and she just looks and goes, whoa, on the same side, no need for that. It's important that we did it. I'm on the same side as you, Mithras. Let's go. She just takes off, if you let her.
Takes off?
Well,
There's
she's
saying
sirens,
the
there's
foul
sirens
coming.
coming off. This gotta get.
She's not saying foul, she's just taking off running. Yeah.
Let's go.
She doesn't care if you follow her or not.
I'm following her.
I'm
I
going.
want to get to the bottom of this.
Go ahead.
What are the rest of you doing?
Fuck it, if I don't see
She's
the
going
phone.
like further in to start climbing the fence around the outer perimeter of the parking lot. And she's just heading the opposite direction.
I'll start leaving. Head down the back side of the building.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you all staying together?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you following her?
No. Fucking if I don't see them coming, okay, I'll just go with them.
I mean, I'd want to follow her. I'd head in like
he'd
her
head
direction.
that same way, so we could follow out the same way she came, right?
Yeah.
I don't know where he's
She'd be a
he's
bit
up
confused if
somewhere.
you're following her. Do you know where to go?
No, we're same team. Help us out.
Get us a vehicle.
We were given two and we blew them all up.
Get another one.
Get the call.
And you can see, I mean, it's not a very crowded. You're a couple blocks over.
Yeah.
You're probably in a street with actual traffic.
But yeah, would there be anyone getting into their car? Like trying to get a parked car on the side of the street?
You can see, not too far, a block away, someone camera out or phone out recording sort of they're a block away, but you could clearly see the smoke and the blaze of the fire. It seemed they just pulled over because there's some carnage going on right over here, and they see you coming out. Oh shit! And they're like recording, and they're like, "This fucking nuts, man, fucking crazy." And fuck, they're coming towards me. All right. And you see him start getting in his car.
Can I compel him? Can I keep eye contact, wave him down, like we need help?
It's a couple birds, fuck! And he's trying to get in, and you wave down, and you get in by the time he's full. He's seatbelt on, he starts the car, but he looks out of the window, and you have him. What do you say?
Give me your phone in your car.
All right. Giving him my phone and my car now. He steps out and hands it to you.
Get out my car.
Did you do that?
No.
Right.
It's terrible, though.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Good
All
night.
right, bye.
I get in the driver's seat.
The woman grabs a phone and smashes it.
Yeah.
That was fucking live. You don't know what that means. You didn't go.
Fuck it, I'll do it live.
Yeah, she can't drive. Her wrist is.
I'll,
I mean, you can
snapped
drive.
the other
I'll
way.
drive again.
Okay.
Call me.
All right, you get in. Where are you heading?
Supposed to head back to Elysium.
Whatever she's. I guess.
Okay.
Elysium, yeah.
Yeah, she'll try to. Yeah, she'll sort of help direct you. Like, wait here, turn this way. She knows her way a little bit to get you around where the cop cars start rushing towards that area. Luckily, this area was kind of abandoned. Seemed it took them like a few minutes to get here, but you have a good enough distance where you're not immediately suspects. You doing something?
No, I was just gonna make a joke. This car doesn't have a magic screen. No, I decided against it, but since you
That's
asked.
Yeah, you guys start.
On the way there. Right, so, why the fuck is she here?
Yeah, it's a good question.
I'm with you.
They were both.
You're with who?
Mithras. Thomas. Peter Thomas.
Yeah, you're just repeating shit now.
Yeah, repeating what it is. Like,
Right.
who else would
Well,
have sent me?
But we didn't get sent by this. By Thomas.
We're all here for the same reason.
Wait,
Is
what?
the point of it?
Who the fuck sent you?
Who sent you?
I just told you. Yeah. Wait, someone else wanted him dead. I mean, that's good.
I'm
I
sure
guess.
there's a lot of people that wanted him dead. He took down the god of the kindred here.
Well, hold
And
on.
then you took him down.
We're heading back to Anne,
well,
alright?
not you, but him.
I think it might have been my gun.
We're heading back to Anne,
It
alright?
definitely wasn't your gun,
We had a
but
lot of fighting.
Queen Anne.
Yeah,
Right.
that's where we just came from.
She put you up to this.
All we needed
long
is a talisman.
story, yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'd say you recruited me then. She doesn't need to know about the Mithras stuff.
Well, I mean, we already told her about the Mithras stuff.
All right.
It's
A
like
lot
we had to get the ring to get something else, like, you know.
Sure,
big
sure.
mouths in this car. But should maybe think about keeping them a little tighter.
Well, we're gonna kill her, right?
You told Anne the whole story the minute she looked at you. I didn't know we were keeping it. Hush.
Hold on a second. What did he
It's
say
fair.
down there? I wasn't
As you're
even there to hear
discussing
it.
this, the door opens and she just hit the pavement and rolled out.
I'll jump out after her.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stop the car.
I got a
You
knife.
slam the car. Yeah, you two leap out after her. Yeah, she's injured, but she's a runner. She's fucking going down the street yelling for help. You're in a busy. You're heading downtown now to where the shard is. There's people around. What are you doing?
Ready to get out of here?
I grab her. I just spread up and kidnap her.
Give me
Oh, Jesus.
Dex
Look at
Athletics.
you.
You don't have celerity.
No, it's
do you?
not. Don't like me.
Would this be grappling, or is this just to catch up to her?
This is
Is
just
this-
a catcher.
Okay.
Hey. I mean, is this what you guys feel like when, like, Elijah fucks up?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is the
I
great
feel
on
like
this side.
it's a lot of games.
I want to see. I want
He
to see
steps out. Oh,
Tommy break up with his girlfriend.
That's 5. Or bestial.
Oh yeah,
Five
you
is
track
fine.
her down. She hits. You could tell she got pretty scuffed up. She was waiting till you were moving. Yeah, you go out, hit the ground running, catch her in an instant. There's definitely some people starting to look over though.
And I just grab a hold of her.
Wanna keep your head, love?
Shut up. I kind of grab her by her like coat, and just kind of briskly pull her.
Okay, yeah,
Do I go?
she'll
Do
go
I keep
with you.
driving? Do I keep driving?
How about we run them
You're
over
already
first?
threatening to kill me, so what choice did I have?
When did we threaten to kill you?
He said in the
he
He
car.
said it in the
Yeah.
car. Him, the one that
Oh.
chased her down.
Oh, I missed that part.
She didn't.
He said, "We're gonna kill her, right?" And then that's when she jumped out.
But yeah, there's people. Phones are out.
Jesus
People are looking at
fucking
you.
Christ.
Police will be here any second. Maybe it's best if you just let me go. I'll tell them to go the other way, and we'll get out
Right,
of
or
this.
you get in the car and I shove her in.
Go.
Go.
Who says I'm still there?
Hmm?
Who says I'm still there?
Alright,
Fair
we
enough.
go.
Okay. She's no longer helping you navigate. You're in. Where are you going? Heading that way, so just taking
Yep.
off.
Right, back to our conversation.
I
What
don't-
did he say down there? I wasn't even hearing any of it.
Give me a wits drive.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I see where the confusion is. I look at her. He thought we were gonna kill you because originally we thought you were a ghoul. That was.
I literally just explained who I was
I
with.
know. I'm
so-
sorry.
One.
I have no drive. I just have 3 wits.
Okay. You get caught at a light. Police cars have turns the corner, and cars start moving out of their way as they start heading towards you. You're not sure if it's directly for you, but they're pulling up to you.
Keeping it cool.
Is anybody telling me what Valeria said?
Yeah, we'll fill you
Yeah,
in.
we would.
Okay.
We would reach
Right,
out.
so then we shouldn't go to Anne, because he helped out. Or she helped out.
Yeah,
we still need what Anne has.
The police car stops next to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's looking over. You saying, he gets on the thing. Turn off your vehicle. Step out, everyone.
Yeah.
Is he? What is he in? Is he in a car?
Police car.
Does he have the window rolled down?
No, he's on the. Seems to be on some sort of device, like a speaker in his car.
Or his windows tinted? Is he like looking at us?
No,
Can
you
I
can
see his
him.
eyes?
Yeah.
Can I compel him through the windows?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
he's pulled up right now. You look over and you could. Sure.
Back
Yeah.
up a little bit just to let her see through.
Am I gonna Star Wars like these aren't
You-
the droids?
Style wise.
Absolutely.
You'll have to sort of roll your window down so he can
Yeah.
hear you. You're gonna like
Yeah.
shout at him. But what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna shout at him.
What are you saying?
What is it? It's a single action. So
No, you turn off your car.
And you get out.
Uh,
Tell him to keep driving.
is
They
it
went
an
that way.
action? Like I have to say like to do something.
Something he can do in an action.
Oh, that's gross.
What's your command? What is it?
I know. I'm sorry.
Tell him to keep driving.
Don't tell her.
Yeah, I mean, I guess keep driving. Or I was gonna tell him to follow a different
Metagame,
car.
please.
I was gonna tell him to follow a different
Whole
car.
session's been back.
And, yeah, I guess just
What
keep
are you gonna tell
driving.
him?
Keep driving.
Keep driving. He just nods,
game.
tips his hat, and
I
yeah,
would
Keep
whisper.
driving.
he continues
If it
driving.
looked like she froze, I whispered it in my character voice, as if Alice really did say that.
It's not. Compel isn't you lock eyes and then like compel is you
Wait
say
for
the
it.
thing, and that's the thing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he continues ahead. Yeah. You look around. Yeah. People are, like I said, phones are out. People are paying attention to this.
Right. We need to get back to Elysium. Quickly.
Look, I don't want to be part of that. Just drop me off somewhere.
Do you want- Are you wanting to work with Queen Anne or not?
No.
Does anybody have Rogers or Thomas Bates' number? Perhaps we call him and make sure that she's with him.
We've got the letter, and he's
Right now, there's
missing.
going to be more police. You need to figure out where to go immediately.
Can you help us get to Elysium? We'll keep you out of it.
If you want to get Mithras back, we need the thing that Queen Anne has. So right now, you got to chum me up, get it, and then we'll get out of here.
Make charisma persuasion.
Oh, fuck, why am I doing this?
Can I help you? I lean over, really charisma.
She's like,
Look at her.
really cute.
Look at her, help us.
Please.
Look, it's better if we split now. I assumed you're working for Queen Anne. That's fine too. Look, we accomplished what we
We're
set
not
to
working for her. We're using her. And we need you to help us. Help Mithras. Please help us get back to Elysium. We'll leave you out of it. And we'll all move
Technically, I
forward.
work for her, so just don't fuck this up. Don't be obvious.
You do work for her? Did I miss something?
Well, yeah, no, I was one of his guards at least. She's the
Alright.
prince.
Oh,
all the
so
gold.
like, we won't sell you out, right?
Yes.
Okay, we won't sell you out.
You died.
Do you have a phone number? We can talk to you later about this, if you want, Thomas.
Sure.
Okay, I will get it from her,
Yeah.
and then let's. All right.
Help us get there. We'll drop you off a couple blocks away.
No, you got my number. You know,
How do-
you know where you're going.
How do I know where we're going?
Because it's a big skyscraper.
Yeah, you're close enough. Where you can
Now we can
definitely
figure it out. Oh,
Hold on. If you work
Still
for her,
going around a circle.
why didn't she get you in on this before we even did this whole thing?
I didn't know she wanted him dead. I mean,
She
I
didn't-
worked-
Exactly.
I
She
worked
could have
for
told
her.
you
No,
that that
she
was the
didn't want
case.
him dead.
She didn't. I didn't know she wanted him dead. I have to leave the car.
Get out.
All
We'll
right,
talk about
bye.
this later. Bye.
She gets
As
out
we
and-
drive over there, I explained that she didn't really want him dead until she realized Mithras was actually coming back. Needed to partially cover her ass, and also wants to get back in good with the big man.
That's
From my
the plan,
assumptions.
yeah.
With this explanation, we'll take our final break.
Oh,
Coming back, delivering
12 breaks already?
the
Yeah.
ring. Wait,
It's a long ass night.
bye.
Told you.
All right, we're back.
Alright, mates.
You got rid of your passenger, heading back to the shard in a stolen vehicle.
We should lose it.
We get rid of it and walk the rest of the way.
Right? On the way, next to the shard is a hospital called Guy's Hospital, which, looking around, Dr. Henry Bandry, this area is pretty familiar, actually. Obviously, it's much more modern. That obnoxious skyscraper sort of takes the feel of it away, but the river, the bridge, Guy's Hospital, the name Winston Torando, your ghoul, who worked at that hospital. Depending on how much blood he's acquired, you left him some. Maybe enough. It's been a long time, though. Might be worth checking up on. As the city goes from this much older London to modern again, as you shake out of it and approach the shard. Are you going from the parking lot or the main entrance?
Parking lot where we were told to go to.
Okay. You don't have the car they recognize, but you're on foot, so you talk your way in easily enough. Yeah, they radio in Scarlet. And by the time you reach the lift is just getting to the bottom and opens up. And you see her there. Well, a success, I suppose?
It seems so, yes.
Do you have proof of your endeavor?
Right.
Yes.
Pull it out.
That's it?
The ring?
Well, yeah, that's the ring. That's what
Oh,
that's
I thought you were
perfect.
saying that's it.
Oh, no, I'm saying yes.
Or
I'm
that's it.
verifying that this is ring.
I would like to
Say it louder then.
Oh, so he's ashes.
How'd you do it?
Blew the fucker up.
Gave us explosives, so
So you're saying this, Tommy. Going back to it, you resisted. You had this inkling in your head earlier when you watched the explosion, but now saying you blew it up, remembering you blew them up, remember there was a flash, and then suddenly there's just darkness with nothing but ringing in your ears to tell you you're alive. Pretty sure it must have been a shell, landed damn close. You're just covered in earth and dirt and filthy trench water, just creeping into your boots and your clothes. And for a moment you think you escaped. For a moment you feel lucky, but then an ocean of pain just crashes into you, and your whole body is burning. As your fellow soldiers are pulling you from the debris, and you can hear their gasps. And right now you're on fire, but they won't douse the flames. Instead, they're just looking at you. And you're getting angry because they're not putting out the fire that's on you. And then you look down and you see why. Because the fires, imagine, the fire came and went. But the agony is still very present. You see your skin is now twisted and destroyed. Just, you can feel it pounding with heat and pain with each beat of your heart until you just pass out. But then you're back in this parking lot. You're all right there? An explosion, you said?
Yeah.
Yes, there was explosion. We blew the car up.
Cars.
Multiple.
Right. Okay. To the Queen. And yeah, she'll get on her tablet. We're heading up. Get in the elevator with her. And reach the top. It opens. The Queen is waiting for you. You step out of the elevator. Then you turn for a second and just really look at Scarlet. Specifically her dress, which is quite impressive, but vaguely familiar. your mind wanders back to Astrid Trevelli. That's the fashion designer. That's the toreador that you two have fought over. This might be a modern make of hers, which means she's still around and apparently doing well. And then this feeling of superiority you've had over Scarlet really sets in. As the one thing she had on you was she sort of won the toreador as her sort of pet designer. And Scarlet got to be the model for all of her latest designs, which you initially wanted, but then remember, you didn't actually lose that tit for tat. You allowed it to happen because you played the long game. You invested heavily into Astrid's business as a silent partner. So the money and the influence that Scarlet poured into the designer was actually filling your coffers. Your rivalry was really actually helping to boost her popularity. So you can let her wear the dresses, but you made a boatload of money off it. And if she's still around, still making dresses, you might not have to steal your dresses, as there might be quite a bit of money that you're owed should her business still be thriving. That satisfactory thought, the queen is waiting eagerly at her desk. So, you've come successful.
That we have.
The ring.
Alice?
So carefully. Grasp it. Perfect. She hands it to Scarlet. And he is dead, correct?
Cut his head off myself.
Brutal. But necessary. Though unfortunate. Not sure he was entirely deserving, but such is the way of the kindred, I suppose.
He killed Mithras. You're not sure he's entirely deserving.
I believe he was more misguided than anything, but you've corrected a great wrong, a great slight against our prince. He shall be quite happy with this news.
I believe he will.
Any trouble? Everything else all right?
Made a little bit of a noise, but we dealt with it accordingly.
It was inevitable. Impressive. You made it here in one piece. I understand you didn't bring any unwanted guests with you. So you'll be wanting that seal now.
Yes.
Right.
That was the deal.
All right. And she goes and sits behind her desk and pulls out a paper and a pen, begins writing what you assume is an address, some other numbers. She's writing, Scarlet, I'm sorry, what? And she has an earpiece that she's been using to talk back and forth with people. My queen, it is happening. Queen just nods. She finishes writing it, puts the pen down, and she opens a drawer and pulls out a briefcase from it. Lady Scarlet is just tapping furiously on her tablet. Before she brings it closer to her lips, and you hear her voice echo over like an intercom system in Elysium as the music goes silent. Sort of a hush goes over the guests. Ladies and gentlemen, loyal kindred of London, if you would look out the windows towards the east, you will see 3 helicopters approaching us. They are provided by your generous queen to take her loyal subjects to the safety of Birmingham. Please wait patiently while we arrange landing and embarkation. Thank you. She stops and the queen's going, and Scarlet's still tapping some things. The doors open and you see many more ghouls enter the room.
I would like to activate heightened senses so I can hear the earpiece.
Yeah, you hear just it's different orders going back and forth.
I'm just gonna keep.
The guards checking in on where they are.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. So I'm just gonna keep
mostly eyes on the helicopter.
Okay.
And Queen's escape is ready.
Just gonna keep focus on that.
So there's 8 ghouls at the room at this point. Still sort of quiet now. You hear a lot of murmuring now from outside. You, with your heightened senses, can hear now the thrumming of helicopters. And as you're walking out, the queen hands you the piece of paper. The address and the vault code. And they go to that lift. 3 ghouls get in with them. And as the doors are closing, Scarlet says, "Oh, and there is no helipad. Please be careful." So the doors close to the elevator and it starts going down. At this point, there's 5 ghouls left in the room. All have their weapons drawn, loaded, and ready. They start taking defensive positions around the room. What would you guys like to do?
Well, it seems like we should fuck off this building.
Yep.
The lights suddenly go off.
Good.
With your heightened senses, you can still hear the hum. The elevator's still working. Likely some sort of backup generator.
I think I can see in the dark too.
You can.
Okay.
Anything.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool.
So yeah, you could switch your senses. Well, not switching with your senses. You can see just fine. Yeah, with the hear, you can tell. So that elevator still works. That's still an option to leave.
Okay.
Although it's going to take a minute to get down and come back up.
Yeah.
Though if you want, someone can hit the button to call it now. You know when it's stop it, like an elevator, it's going to go
It's going to
to
come
back
all the
up.
way down,
Yeah.
then come all the way back up.
It's gonna take a lot of time. That elevator still works.
Probably not a faster way down.
Hit the button. Call it back.
Okay. You hit the button. Are the rest of you doing anything right now?
Do I recognize
still have
any
a
of
gun?
these ghouls as...
If you didn't get ready or
Yeah.
yes?
Were these the ghouls at the party that people could drink from?
No.
Okay,
No,
never mind.
ghoul. Yeah, these aren't like drinking ones. These are
That's fine.
guards.
But they can't see what's happening.
It's cool. I guess somebody downstairs.
Give me what is it to turn your heightened senses off?
To turn it off, I believe it's wits resolve.
I think I have it should be written.
Wits
on there.
resolve to dampen senses.
Yeah, give me a witch resolve.
One, two, three, four
really good.
successes.
You hear sound of those helicopters getting close. You hear this sense in the air, and you turn off your hearing right before an explosion goes off. You hear glass shattering outside. You hear gunfire erupting. And it just sounds like pandemonium right outside of this room. You hear battle cries, screams of terror, lots and lots of shouting, and constant gunfire.
Fuck the queen. Not that queen, the other queen.
God save the queen.
Smell
God
gunpowder in the air. What would you guys like to do? The other ghouls are just sort of shifting, but they're not moving. They are all facing there's one door in and out of this, well,
Still
besides the elevator.
Pretty much pitch black in here, like very dark. Yeah.
I'm gonna be ready by the elevator.
Yeah, just ready again by the elevator.
You're all just waiting by the elevator, guns out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guns out.
This is bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good. Could be worse. Could be better. Could be raining. Oh, fuck, it's London. It's probably is raining.
Falling is raining.
Very good. Each of you give me a Dex Athletics.
Two successes.
You
Two.
steal, fail.
2 with the beast.
3 successes.
Okay. The door flies open. An object goes flying in. You guys scramble. You've seen grenades. You just used one not that long ago. You do not get out in time as a huge flash goes off, just completely overwhelming your senses and just stunning you as this flash grenade goes off pretty much right next to you. Actually, and then will be... you'll take 2 superficial with that as well. So right now you're just completely deaf, blind, you don't stunned, you don't know what's
Is
going
that
on.
halved already, or is
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the door flies open, that goes in. A second later, you see uniformed men with goggles. Apparently they can see just fine. Come in and they just start spraying, and the ghouls start shooting back. What would you guys like to do?
2 shots?
Okay.
Yep.
I'll rouse the blood.
That is hunger.
I have 4 successes.
I've got 1 success. Damn it.
You take 3 superficial.
Already halved?
Yes, already have. So yeah, you walk in, you dive to the floor, but immediately turn and just start shooting. A lot of the heavy gunfire, a bigger guns coming from you. A couple just start shooting out at you, and you trade bullets. One of your targets goes down. It's not getting up though. What are you doing?
I'm gonna shoot as well, but I'm gonna rouse blood.
Okay.
Success. And
Composure firearms, so it'd be 3. Or 4 dice, yeah.
one success.
Okay. Yeah, you go in, trade bullets. You seem to go wide, but you get caught in the leg. You are taking only take 1 after half though.
Me?
What are you doing?
I had 1 success for a shot.
You're also shooting. Okay.
Don't like that.
You're taking 4 superficial. As yeah, 1 goes in and just puts a burst into your chest. As you fire back, definitely clipping them, but seems they're wearing some sort of protective vests. You're stunned. So you can spend a willpower if you'd like to reduce how long you were stunned by. Otherwise, you're gonna be stunned for 3 turns. So if you spend 3 willpower, you can act now. Otherwise, you
3
can.
willpower?
Otherwise, not you, her.
Oh.
Otherwise, you could spend as many willpowers to each one you spend will reduce your stun time.
I'm gonna spend my last will just so I'm
Give
up
an extra,
in,
right? So in 2 rounds.
in 2 rounds.
You'll be up.
Are bullets aggravated damage to humans?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why your guy died.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing that's not the human is like bludgeoning damage, really. Okay, another round. Is anyone doing anything differently?
What does their neck armor look like?
Probably pretty good.
Samesies. That's what I'm looking at.
Probably not bad.
Yeah, they have these vests with their pretty high collars. It's like they're ready
Prepared.
for. But
Vampire
I mean,
hunters, yeah.
I mean, you could definitely, if you got up close, you could definitely get in
Okay.
there.
Because I was by the elevator. I know I jumped back because explosion, but I'm just going to go behind and...
Well, it's not behind. So the elevator's opposite
Whatever.
side of the room.
Sure.
They're coming in here. They just came in like a SWAT team and just started.
Oh, they came in... I had the idea they came through the elevator for some reason.
No.
Oh, okay. Then.
No, so yeah, you're facing the opposite way. They threw a stun grenade.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
guys
yeah.
just spread, so you're sort of just about in the elevator. No one was really in cover, and they just came in and started spraying.
I
A
get-
couple of the ghouls dropped. A couple of them have dropped as well.
How many
are
are
up?
left?
Out of this initial entry team, there are 3 left.
Where's the desk? In
Between
accordance.
you and them.
Can I
Yeah. So
give
there
you-
is a big desk, so if you want
Yeah.
to try to scramble for cover, you could do a dex athletics to try to get cover. So, do you want to do cover, do you want to shoot, or do you want to do something else?
Rose the
I'm a
blood
shoot.
and shoot. Nah, I gotta take a chance for cover. I'm gonna be out if I don't.
Or yeah, if you charge them, you might be able to.
going to do that.
You could cross the room in this turn and go for a bite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Five
Let's
to
do
six.
it. If a couple of us
Five?
do it at a time,
Yeah.
that's a
What
better
the fuck?
chance, right? Then
You again just
he covers us
yeah. You're
with
just
fire.
you've been a fucking warrior. You're going into this sort of automatic, just starts mowing them down. Anytime one aims at you, you're taking priority to the one shooting you, putting them down first.
Alice, get up.
What are
I'm
you doing?
charging.
While he's shooting, like kind of giving us a cover, I'm gonna lunge for a throat.
Okay.
Same
So you'll just be
sis.
running into the they'll definitely be able to shoot you as they're coming, but maybe. So are you going to try to dodge to get in there, or are you just worried about getting there and biting? So you're going to do a Dex Athletics to try to get in there without taking minimal damage, and then biting next turn, or do you want to rush them this turn and bite them this turn?
You should dodge then.
I'm dodging, yeah.
Dex Athletics.
Unless you're healthy enough
Whoa.
to take a shot.
I
Rouse
have
the blood.
3 superficial. I'm gonna rouse blood.
Get
Successful.
hungrier.
So unless you have celerity, you'll be at a -2 to dodge a bullet.
Both
You
of
can-
us.
If you can dodge a car, you can dodge a bullet.
So I'll be at negative.
Unless you're
2.
going for cover. So if you're going for cover, there won't be a negative. But if you're going for them, there's going to be a negative to close that distance.
Okay.
So -2 dice.
So in order to dodge, we still take a -2.
Yeah, if you're running at them dodging, it's going to be a negative. If you're just diving for cover, I'll let you do a regular dex dodge. But then you're not getting close to them. You're just
Oh yeah,
getting
then that's
cover.
not.
Okay, so yeah, just give me your
Then I'm
dex
just-
dodges.
Um,
2 less dice.
Oh, fuck.
Bestial.
Did you have 1 dice too?
I had 2, but I got a bestial.
Nothing. Good night, Henry. It's been nice.
You can survive it.
Fucking wish I was stunned right now.
Each of you will be taking 3 superficial.
Yeah, you're
damage.
Does that include me?
No, you've been shooting your, like I said, when they aim at you, you put them down before they shoot at you. But you're there. So you can do an... Who bestial failed?
Me.
Give me a resolve composure.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Resolve and confusion.
Is this one of the checks that she'd be a negative at?
She used all her willpower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
How many? My negative.
-2.
Yikes.
Hit.
Yikes.
0.
Not bad.
Not too shabby.
It's not good, but it's not bad.
Could be worse. Could be raining. Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
it's London, it's
It's
raining.
raining.
Tommy has a new point.
Supposed to snow
Stand
now.
there still.
Uh-oh.
Survive the encounter.
Tommy, we can see you. Do something.
You're literally the only one that can kill everyone. Do it.
Now they can see you when you're doing that.
What did you get?
Tommy?
Me?
Yeah.
0.
Oh, that's right.
He knew.
You
He
just want to make me repeat that out
He just
loud.
wanted to
I
hear it.
would
He's trying
not.
to embarrass me.
So compulsion kicks in.
I'm very fun.
You will stop at nothing to assume command of the situation. Someone needs to obey an order from you, and you need to be in control.
Tell me about it, Nick. I'll do it.
Tell Alice to just stay there. She'll do it.
Alice, stay down.
Anything that's not to do with you taking control of the situation is going to be at a negative. But right now you're trying to bite someone. So you guys got in, you got shot, but you're there. So now you can do your...
Now I can rip their coats out?
What is it? Strength?
It's strength or dex plus brawl with a dice penalty of -2.
There you go.
So I'm at 1. Because I got dex.
Thanks.
Oh,
I
wait.
can rouse blood.
I can't do anything.
Oh,
My
I
dex
should have
is
stuck
2.
with the red blood.
You don't have any bra.
No.
Yeah.
With the dice penalty of
I'll rush in
2,
and bite him, which I cannot do.
and I rouse the blood, so now I have 1 die.
Oh, I got strength. I got 3 strength. I'll use
0.
strength.
I feel like there should be like a rule of
And a
minimum of
0.
one.
Well, I'm gonna do. Oh, I got 0 too, but I have hurtful kiss.
You don't get that kiss yet. You try to kiss him, he says no.
What?
Yeah, you guys come in. get lit up, and yeah, now they're sort of fighting you off. You have them though; they can't shoot you right now. You're too
Okay,
close
that's good at
quarters.
least.
And their friends seem they don't really have a clear shot, so hopefully you don't get shot this round at least. You're stunned. I don't worry about you. They're shooting at ghouls.
Shooting at ghouls, they've been shooting at us. So much.
Kind of rouser.
Oh no, no. Maybe another one goes down.
Shut up.
And with this, you can see another group starting to enter.
The elevator there?
The elevator sounds like it's just about here.
Okay.
They'll probably be here next round.
Okay, cool.
What do you guys want to do?
Is this the round where I'm up?
Do they have any grenades on
No,
their
this is your last
belts?
round. Oh, yeah, this is
I
last
had-
round. Yes,
Throw it out the
you
door?
have your turn.
Answer.
Heading towards the elevator.
I mean, you're there.
Yeah,
That's
we
where
were
you
at the
You were
elevator.
at the elevator when you moved not at all because you took the full brunt of the stun. So you come to, and yeah, the elevator's right there. As it looks like another team starting to come.
I'm gonna try to get a ghoul's attention to try to come with us because we need it.
Okay, you could probably fit a ghoul in there
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah, that I just figured.
Sure, give me I'm gonna say give me a leadership charisma. Try to take control here and get her a ghoul to follow your
Oh,
command.
yeah, you're still in leadership mode, aren't you?
Oh, I thought that was
Well,
So that was nothing. But
you can
it's
still
okay.
probably do it.
What are you doing?
No harm in trying.
yeah, they don't have like explosives on them, do they, or anything?
Fucking hell.
If you want to pat one down, you can. If you use your turn checking one.
No, I was gonna shoot at their explosives. But
Oh yeah, there's nothing you don't really
yeah,
see
nothing
any
clearly
like that.
there. Okay, I'm just gonna stay back towards the
Answer
elevator.
our
shooting.
questions.
Okay. What are you two doing?
Do I hear the elevator coming up?
Not now.
No.
Now you're at the door fighting for your life with this dude.
I guess I'll.
But you do hear Alice starts commanding someone.
Someone
to-
like, with us, come on.
Yeah.
It's
So
coming.
you assume it's over here.
Then yeah, I'm just push off and start running back that way.
Okay.
Dodging.
Yeah, Dex dodge.
3 beach skill.
Or Dex athletics. 3. So
No successes. Fucking tight. I love this. This game's so fucking good.
So fun.
Miss Elijah, I can't believe I'm saying that.
you take 3 more superficial.
I want to be a brute right now.
What'd you get?
Thank you.
I listen.
You also take 3 superficial.
Oh, I'm down.
All the way down?
Dun, dun, dun.
What are you doing?
So I can't like see any grenades on their person. The one I'm
They,
grappling with.
have some, like, you might be able to reach it. You don't know what pocket's what. They might. It doesn't.
Can
But one of them definitely did. You don't know if they all do or not. You could try to find that one dude who threw something, but right now you're grappling with
Yeah, and
someone.
I'm gonna go down if I don't get something done here.
So you can try to bite him again. You
Yeah.
can use some of your disciplines. You can.
Just
No, I'm at a
entrance them.
negative.
Command them then
Um,
to turn on them.
I should probably. Well, I would have to compel, and I'm at a negative.
I mean, it's probably
But
better than
still.
trying to bite them. You'd probably roll more dice doing
do
that.
More. Okay, I'm gonna try to compel this guy.
Go for it.
Keep driving. Wait.
Do I need to roll?
Feed me.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
These are
They
vampire
know.
hunters. They're,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's like a
Does this
chicken
count as-
out.
And they have like it's like
No.
SWAT gear on, like you visors and stuff.
Oh,
like you can
God.
see, you can get eye contact,
Can I
but yeah,
punch it out
they get a
a little
roll.
They have
And it's
visors, so they
negative
hit no
1 or
vision
2
goggles.
for willpower. 2. Shit. I'm gonna rouse 1. Okay, good. Okay. So I'm at a negative 2 charisma and dominate.
Oh, add a number of dice equal to blood potency once per roll for blood surge. You should be adding 2 dice.
Should we add 2 dice?
Oh, there we go.
Because your
Oh,
blood potency is
fucking
higher.
hell.
I could have been
What
doing
the
that
fuck?
too. I'm so mad.
All right, let's
It's
start.
all on your sheet. All you
Okay.
gotta do is
Okay,
read
guys.
one thing.
All
I
right.
only have to read an
So
entire book.
dominate, and then
You need it.
She get mad at you?
and then that. But it's negative 2, and then I have 3. Okay, there's a lot of changing uppins.
Lots of hanging modifiers.
Is that what I think it is? One
It should have
success.
been so many, but
Still not
not
too
so. Any one.
Oh, you just need. I say you need a single success. Which
Oh,
is
God,
almost
fuck.
gonna get up and funny. What do you say?
That is not nice. Mow down anyone that comes through that door.
Mow down. I love your compel terminology, comrades.
Take down your comrades.
Who are you?
So something like that
What are
would
we?
probably
Red
take a little more
Mandy.
successes to get him to do harm to his thing. But it's not. It definitely makes it. He turns and pauses. He doesn't start shooting quite yet. But you're not getting shot.
Yeah.
He's thinking about it.
Distracted.
And with this, you hear the doors start opening to the elevator. Tommy's just kneeling next to it, just shooting as they come through the door. And this sort of puts you in that soldier state of mind again, where you feel this rhythm to the killing. It's an aim, shoot, clear cartridge, chamber next round, aim again. There's a sequence that requires no thought as you've just let your body take over. Only blood coursing through your veins, and you need a numb heart. That's all you need to be a soldier right now. You're just shooting at shadows in the night. This alarm's going off in your head, just barely audible over the sound of gunfire. And even fear is faded away. You just feel monotony. All you really want is an end to just the violence, the mud, the cold, the gunpowder. And then, the doors open and Alice moves past you and you back to yourself.
Tommy.
You see the doctor is sprinted. He's gotten about to the elevator and he was mowed down pretty much right next to it.
It's a good term.
I mean, yeah, it's useful.
I'll grab the doctor.
That's 3.
Okay, you're definitely sharp. If you grab him and drag him in.
Kind of using him as like a shield though.
Oh, absolutely. The one by the door is there, just sort of stopping, and there's some confusion at the door as the elevator's closed, and you've cleared the ones that were in the room. The elevator's heading down.
A shield.
She's in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I'm the leader, guys. I would be in there. It's fine.
Remember
Yeah.
the time we didn't clarify.
You still need to be
that
in
someone
charge.
was
Your
with-
compulsion's still going. You compelled one person, kind of. He didn't even fully listen to what you told him to do, and you need to take control of the situation. As you have this killing machine, that's fine. That's useful. You know what the fuck she was doing besides being stunned, and now the doctor's now. Yes.
I'm gonna try to mend real quick.
Okay. I could get hungrier. You mend one superficial.
I'm gonna go ahead and try that too.
You got one ghoul with you. Seems unharmed.
Do you have keys with you?
To what, Mom?
To a vehicle.
Scarlett's got the keys.
Is there any way to get out of here?
Yeah, there's a tunnel we can follow.
Can you lead us there safely?
Sure. I mean, I really should be making the stand here. We can't let them just go through those things.
This is the thing that you need to do right now. Do you understand me?
No offense, Mom, but you're not quite in charge here.
I compel him.
Okay. Give me another roll. This is you're hungrier.
Just to see what?
Nothing.
So. -2. 3 successes and a beast.
That's good enough. 3.
3's good.
But so is a
He's
beast.
still
Okay,
warm.
yeah, your hand shoots out and you have him by the throat against the side of this crammed elevator.
Fuck.
Show us where to go. Just coughs, nods, and even though he's listening to you, you're still just pissed about it. You just start squeezing. You can see her nails are just now digging into his throat, starting to bleed down a little bit.
Give me some of that blood.
Give me a composure resolve.
Just a taste of that.
Is that
blood,
negative
please.
as well?
No.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, from your willpower. Yeah, yeah. I thought you meant from your compulsion.
Uh-oh.
1 success and a beast.
Can I try to stop her from when she's clearly gonna kill this guy? Physically?
She composes herself, just barely. As the blood's just going down now, going down her hand a little bit, and she lets go. Actually, you two give me or what's your hunger at? Definitely give me a composure result.
Also 3.
Gladly.
Oh no, save me some. Save me some.
Yeah, just her then.
You're at 4?
Yeah, if she's at 4, that's when you gotta be making
Nice.
hunger checks when you smell blood.
Oh, he's pretty
Anything that happens though, would I be able to
Fucking
combat it because of my need to
cookie.
be in charge of the
Oh
situation?
shit!
You feel like you've taken charge.
I've never seen
Okay.
that.
Well, maybe.
An 8 all messy.
You've definitely taken charge because she also doesn't interfere. You are fucking hungry, and there's that fresh, scared blood running down her
But if she-
hands. But you just have to look away, and yeah, you can see Alice looking hungrily at the man's now bleeding neck. But she seems herself.
You gotta take a
She
picture
better
of
be.
that.
Keep yourself in check. You still have to get out of here.
Working on it.
The lift reaches the parking lot. Actually,
I gotta buy a
below,
lottery ticket.
he hits a button to take you a level even below the parking lot. Quickly find your way to a maintenance closet, which has a door in the back, leads to a tunnel, which leads to your favorite, the sewers.
Into the trenches we go.
You know, just leave Doc here. He wouldn't want to do
John Doc.
Luckily, it is couple, just not much of a sewer before it leads to sort of more of a maintenance tunnel. You continue going, trying to get a good distance from the shard, because you assume there's probably all sorts of police presence, blocks of the area. So you eventually get to a point. What says that? This should be far enough, Mom.
Right. Should call a call.
Yeah, you're at be another door that'll lead to a tube station. Station right at the end of here. You can head up and be street level.
Right. You going back?
Whatever you need me to do, Mom.
Come with us so you can go back. It's your choice.
I think I'll be all right here. If it's all right with you.
I understand. Let's go.
Should put you up about at the edge of the financial district. Mansion House Tube Station. If that helps.
Doesn't, but we'll figure it out.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you guys. What are you doing? You have a corpse with you. You're all
We'll
pretty
call her.
bloody.
How hungry?
But it's definitely the station will be closed. It's very late. You don't have a ton of time.
I have 3.
Oh, that's a lie.
Yeah. I have 3.
3 hunger.
Mm.
You get him up.
This way. Licking 1 hunger help you out?
I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
I'm
you
in-
just hurt.
hurt.
Yeah.
I'm not hungry.
Yeah, but you're in torpor.
You need some of the higher blood potency.
She has higher blood potency.
She's the same as me.
Are you too?
Yeah, they're buff
The
too.
only one who's not is.
It's an advantage.
No, we just
You guys
call
can
our
all get me
cabbie. We just call our cabbie and then
Well, would
take
we
him
not
up real quick.
Call
So I just call a
our
cabbie.
driver?
Yeah.
Call Jimmy?
Yeah.
Alright, you call Jimmy. Righto. 3 minutes.
Right. We got a sleeping one, just so you know. Might take us a second to get up and in.
I'll bring a pillow, Mom.
Thanks.
You wait until you get a call. Let you know he's there.
Right.
Let's get him up.
Yeah, you guys exit the tunnel then to what should be an abandoned tube station. If not for you sort of startle a homeless person just sort of sleeping along the same wall that this sort of secret door opened up to. Just sort of looks over and it's just staring.
Good night.
Good day. Can I have him over my shoulder?
Okay. You guys head up. It's it's gated closed now because it's the station's closed. So sort of those like gate things that come down are in your way.
Oh, all right. Step up to it.
Your strength, athletics.
One aggravated is when negatives come in, or is it two aggravated?
Has your thing been filled once?
Well,
so once it's filled with anything superficial, because aggravated being torpor, then yeah, you're impaired.
okay. Well, then I have an aggravated, and then I have one non.
Yeah, because you healed one, so yeah, you're not impaired right
Okay.
now.
All right. Then strength.
Also, it's impaired.
I'll use a rouse.
You can heal your superficial. You can heal 2 superficial.
Just
No,
any
no.
time.
Do a rouse
Ending.
check.
Rouse check.
I'm 3 hungry.
Yeah, I can use a rouse check from prowess to give
You
me
risk
2
4
extra
hungry and
die.
get rid of 2 damage.
I'm good. Alright, so we got strength is 4.
I'm a picky eater, though. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Athletics is 3.
That's true. I mean, you can do it, but
Strength 4
yeah,
athletics.
it would take an extreme situation.
I would have to wake up in the morning and rouse, and then could potentially go to torpor. And
Or drink something around here.
we might get us
I
bites
need
eat
to
on the way.
I need to eat, so I think we should stop for a bite
That's
on the way,
5.
unless you want to
Okay,
go
yeah.
back in and.
Tommy gets down there and just pulls, the padlock snaps. So you
Hey,
raise
I
it,
have a delicate
you go out
stomach.
to a dark, luckily empty street.
Have rich taste.
You see a
Literally.
cab waiting for you.
I gotta open up
Um,
the trunk. Chuck him in.
That's not suspicious at all. That is good.
I could,
Is there a pillow in there?
hey Jimmy,
Where to?
I need something to eat, like, now.
What you in the mood for, love?
Something fancier for myself.
This is a pretty fancy district.
How close to dawn is it?
Out now.
Gotta stop for a bite and get back to the hotel.
Make it quick.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no one's out and about right now. If you want to get in one of these houses, sure. There'll be some rich folk in there.
Seems a little risky. No one wandering home for the pubs tonight.
Mom, it's pretty damn late. This isn't quite that district, you know. I could take you that away, but get out of the way.
Even then.
Nothing
there
on-
is it.
Nothing's on the way.
Well, your best bet, if you want someone rich, is go in a house, get one.
What do you think, Alice?
I think I can go in there in that tube station. There's a homeless man. I don't really feel good about it, but
Alright, let's not waste time.
what if you need to eat? It's going to be an issue tomorrow morning, tomorrow night, whatever.
Well, if I need to tuck you in, I can get you something for when you wake up, if that helps.
If I don't eat now, I might not get up in the morning.
Go eat
So
now.
I'm going to go. Yeah. I'll go down. Is he sleeping?
No, he's checking out the
In the
door.
door.
Yeah, he's been checking that thing out. Just fucking amazed. Unfortunately, it blends into the wall well, and it closed and locked. But he's like just fascinated with this thing.
How you gonna do this?
I don't know how to do this unless I'm. I don't know how to do another.
But Denny's a pizza guy, and you get in the backseat of his car.
That's a good idea.
You can get in the hobo's box while he's away, and then he comes back.
Oh no.
Guys,
What are you doing?
Always check your box.
Okay.
this is the world of darkness.
This place is the world of darkness.
You calling London? Calling it out?
No, this room.
Oh, well, yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Oh.
I guess I'm just gonna try to stealth up behind him while he's
But-
distracted
Hey.
by
Got
the
this
door and go
paper
for
smear.
it.
Sure, give me deck
Mike.
Oh,
stuff.
but this one was so clean.
Mike did that to me.
Jimmy
You're welcome.
knows.
Day one.
That's
Yeah, he'll wait there with the cat.
Character.
is a character.
Okay, it's a character.
Is anyone else doing anything while she goes in and feeds from the homeless
I'll
guy?
probably just snooze for a little bit.
I mean, there's nobody like wandering the streets. No.
But Jimmy, you do think maybe you could help me find someone first thing in
Someone rich? Not
Just
so
someone-
sure, but I can find you something.
or maybe just like a higher class bar area
I mean, I
where I
can
could pick
tell
someone
you-
off.
Like I said, bars have been closed for a minute now.
Yeah, yeah. In the morning or when we wake up
Oh,
again.
tomorrow, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take you away.
Okay, I can make it till then.
He's just fascinated, just talking to himself, muttering, fucking Newton, kicking at it and stuff. You just walk behind him and just whoop, and you just whoop, whoop. He just tenses up and then goes lax in your arms as you could feed two safely.
Yeah,
Let's
I'll
gonna
do
push
two.
it. Okay. Yeah, you just
He's
do
a
that.
homeless man.
Sort of lie him down.
Wow.
You bit me.
Just a little kiss left, and then I'll throw any money that I still have because we didn't spend any money.
wanna
I
see
feel
that.
very bad about
Sure,
it,
sure.
but he's a homeless guy. He'd probably use it.
Bite me anytime. Takes that and
Oh, I
just
feel
Comes back
dirty.
regularly.
I don't feel good about it.
sort of lies there in this weird, euphoric.
Don't tell anyone
confused
about that.
state. Don't tell anyone about that.
How much money we have.
While this is going on, anything interesting happen? Anyone else need to go?
Oh, lots of interesting happen.
Just to sleep. I just really need to go to sleep.
All right. Then a few moments pass. Alice comes back, looking a little better.
Your wallet's lightly. I'm dead.
And in the trunk.
And in truck.
All right.
Your wallet's light.
Back to the hotel then. No one else got an address for anywhere they need to go to.
Can't go there
Oh, yeah, we
tonight.
have an address.
I
There's
know.
not enough time.
Oh, yeah, I would show him the address. I'm like, here's where we're supposed to go, but can we get there?
I mean, it's up to you. It's a couple blocks away, but it's your call.
It's a couple blocks away.
Well, we have
Let's
less
just-
than an hour.
Let's.
How
I mean,
far away is the hotel?
We'll make it there. I'd say about 30 minutes.
So yeah, we
Maybe
got.
make it quick,
If
but
we're
it's up
quick.
to you.
Let's go.
Let's try it.
Idiots.
I know. They
No.
fell from my head shaking. I'm already dead.
He's
we
like,
already
yeah.
have one mate down.
Honestly, you're not dead, but
Um,
you might be after this.
As I said, just a couple blocks away is the address of a kind of a modest apartment building.
I didn't hear what you
It's an in-game
Yeah,
out of game.
very quiet here. You guys go. The door is locked, but Tommy can easily enough just shoulder it open. Nothing fancy. Inside is just a very plainly furnished apartment. You can tell it's not actually lived in, just enough to make it seem like someone might live here.
said. Curtains covered?
Mhm.
Like dark?
Yeah, it's pretty dark in here.
So we could potentially stay here if we need to.
Let's not stay in the Queen's lodgings. Seems
You
like it was meant for
may-
before us.
Give me a wits investigation.
Oh, I'm so good at that.
I'm going to. It's what?
Investigation.
We got 2.
It's a pull 6 for me.
I got one mess.
Oh wait, hold on. I have
Because
to
of my
do-
2
I
die
have to
penalty,
roll
I
it.
get to roll
I-
1
I-
die and I fail.
Didn't do my penalty. So wits.
Looks like you might need to
Yeah.
wake up the doctor.
That's 1 with the beast.
One and 0.
So it takes you longer than you're comfortable with, as you're racing against the clock here. Right when you're about to just be like, fuck it, we need to get back, Alice does stumble upon sort of a hidden door in the back of one of the closets. Opens up to a clear, like, large vault door.
Put the code in.
So it's long enough now to where if you want to go in and do this, you might have to stay here. Otherwise, you will need to head to the hotel like now, by the time you found this.
We can just put the number in and get it and leave?
No, you're at a point where like she finds this. I mean, you could go through with this, but it's up to you.
I mean, we could stay here, tell Jimmy we need protection during the day.
He's Nosferatu, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, but he could get protection for us.
That's Queen's Lodge.
I mean, I don't feel good about
you
it.
can punch it in, and you open as you say this, and you can see, pretty deep vault. You can tell the whole room's been turned into this. There's lots of interesting things here. Probably not time unless you're staying here to go through all of it. It's up to you. Shelves lining the room with all sorts of different items on display. It's a large, probably an authentic Victorian era evening dress, sort of in the middle. You see lots of books, papers, trinkets, and whatnot. And in a glass case, you can see the seal.
I run in and get it.
Right, perhaps we should stay here then. I'll go get Henry.
So it's up to you. If you want to check anything out here, you're probably going to be stuck here. If you want to go right now,
I said let's go and grab it and get out.
I'm afraid these things are going to be here tomorrow, but if we're not comfortable staying here, then we should leave now.
It's up to you. I'm pretty sure you can close yourself in the vault. It'd probably be safe, but
Can you get out of the vault?
yeah, from the inside.
From the inside? Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say that, but I was like, that seems...
But who knows what tomorrow's going to bring? Whether that means it's going to be bad to stay here, or whether the stuff's not going to be here tomorrow. You have no idea. Each decision has its risks.
You're the worst.
I'm not paying attention to other stuff. I'm going for the stamp. They can.
Yeah, you have the seal. So what are you doing?
Let's get out of here now.
Let's go. We came
come
for the
back
seal.
tomorrow.
We didn't come for the rest of this.
What's not there, we'll
We
know.
might not even make it back to the hotel.
No, well.
Let's go.
I'm staying here.
You can
You
stay.
staying here?
Yeah. It's almost sunlight. You guys are crazy.
Okay, so
All right.
Alice is heading out. Tommy's sticking there.
Tommy's sticking. Are you?
Lady
Let's
Catherine.
just stay together.
Let's just stay here then.
Stay together. Call Jimmy. Well, it's his fault.
Well, I thought we could make it, and then he said we couldn't, and then I wasn't sure.
You can make it. That's what he's saying.
I know, but that's fine.
Jimmy told you you can make it. So it's up to you. What are you doing? You're staying?
Well, he also
Don't
just
look at
told
me.
us that we
I'm
could.
in a trunk.
Yeah, let's stay. Let's stay. Ask Jimmy to
We'll stay.
get someone here in the morning.
If he has
Or
someone that I
during the
can
day.
send, great. Otherwise, we'll just take our chances.
Okay, yeah, you head out. And yeah, so Jimmy's like, all right, well, I need to get to sun up real soon. Get me a bit of shut-eye. Not going to leave him in the trunk, though, so
Yeah.
get out and just leave the body on the ground.
Tommy.
All right, take it easy. Want me to pick you up from here tomorrow?
Please.
Assuming everything's
Can you-
right.
Call to have someone here during the day.
No, I also need to sleep during the day.
No, I know, but like now, can you? Never mind.
No, I don't have people. I'm sorry, Mom. I could drive you around. That's about it.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right, bye. And yeah, he's getting a little nervous. He's getting close and gets in his cab and goes.
All right, let's lock ourselves in a vault.
Okay, you drag the doctor in the vault. Close the door behind you. You have a little bit of time, so if you want to look at the things now, you can.
I'll go through the
Suppose.
papers.
Remember them before we die.
Okay. There's,
Yeah.
like I said, the dress here. There's some theater programs and tickets that she seems to have a nice collection of years and years of really cool places. Like a bookshelf, some older books, probably first editions or collector's things from the 18th century. It's also a folder and some documents. One of the folders is labeled Mithras.
Is the vault door open inward or outward?
Outward. In here, you assume this is blackmail material. There's information about Valerius, a lot of stuff on Valerius, a lot of stuff on Richard the Word. Though looking through this, it seems like, or at least this material is showing that Queen Anne truly wasn't involved in killing him.
Well, it would look like that was her information.
According to the papers, she was told of it after the fact. Valerius wasn't really in a position to stabilize the city, so she did what she had to do. Look through, and there's also some photos. I'm assuming, or just you looking, or I'm assuming you're looking at this.
Yeah. I've been
I'd be
looking
more
through as
worried
well.
about blockading the vault door, if anything possible.
It's not the blockade. I mean, it's a very good vault. Like, once this thing's locked, can't imagine what else you could put in front of it. That something could get through that vault door. Can get through anything.
Well, maybe if they have the code, would be the only thing.
If they had the code,
blocking.
they could probably
Yeah,
get
like
through it.
Queen Anne.
But yeah, I'd be looking through as well.
My guess would be Anne has the code. If Anne's gonna summon someone, she can't do it till tomorrow night.
Look through.
She's still trying to get out.
You
of
see a
the-
photograph of some individuals, including is the photo of Valerius and Catherine. You look at this, you can see. You look down, and just in time to see someone take a knife across your wrists. As they spill into some sort of pool. So you can hear it sort of echo. Something about that room, that big circular room again. And you look up and you see you. You're looking into Lady Catherine's gaze as she stands in this pool that you just spilled blood in. And make eye contact with yourself for a second before looking at this photo again. Shake that off. There's photos of all of you, actually. You can see a photo of Alice, just this very regal, beautiful high priestess garb, standing in the position of privilege near Mithras during some sort of ceremony. You see a picture of a young Tommy before his burns, posing with his unit. One of your books, some occult book that you recognize your own handwriting made a lot of notes and scribbles in it. See a set of old but very well kept surgical tools. You can only imagine belong to Henry as you see him with a doctor's bag in the photo. And you see the ring. This ring brings you to a moment where you know if they won't let you marry, you'll form your own covenant. If they deny you a life together, you'll steal eternity. It's most frightening to cheat death in this way, but there are no depths you will not cross for her. And for a moment you wonder if you can trust her love. If she means you harm, well, the choice is still a simple one. You'd sooner die than be without her. You're in a coach with darkened windows, sitting in a drive, and the last sunset that you'll ever see has faded. And suddenly you're lying together on a bed, gazing at each other. You're playing with the ring on her finger, this ring that was on a shelf. She whispers quietly to you, "Are you ready?" You tell her yes. You hold her hand tight as her fangs pierce your neck. And that's where we'll end this session. Round 2 of London.
End it.
Can I put our stuff, like the book and his surgical tools, in my bag? I just want to clarify that before we...
Yeah, you can gather your things. So you guys hunker down to sleep in Queen Anne's vault for the evening. We'll see what happens next time. We can also, I think it's going to be a good after show. There's some stuff happen. See you in part 3 of, who knows?
12.
Our Fall of London 12. Bye.
Sounds
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.